4 comments are talking about where the timestamp.
I can't lie. 𝙬𝔦𝔐𝔓 being a team player, man.
𝙬𝔦𝔐𝔃 came in and grabbed the ball.
Jess is battling alcoholism.
I like it. As long
It's
as
only
the
a
viewership is
professional
up.
if you flop that day.
No Jumper got the best drive.
Right? Yeah, for real.
Yes, but we be up here bullshitting.
No,
You are
it's
everything
not.
wrong with black podcasts.
Yeah, literally.
You don't pay attention to politics. You voted for Cornel West, but
You don't know.
yeah, you don't know. That Iranian war shit is kind of like some frivolous bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely better.
Yeah, this is
You know
nice.
what I mean? Like, I don't want niggas to think
Yeah.
I'm a
alpha male retreat.
we're in the wrong business.
We are.
dog.
We are.
We-
Yo, are you tired of not getting? Do you make over $100,000 a year?
He had like cousin energy. I couldn't even
He
explain
did. He
it.
did.
It's
yeah.
just been reading the comments.
The comments are is whooping ass. Like
Wedged.
Mark has made a new type of muffin just to crack. So
That's how the feds work. They put you.
that's what I'm saying.
That's a RICO.
You fake pimp, you white
What'd he say? Clip.
The longest, the middle
Yeah,
finger, right?
first 2.
The nigga, you gay. Bronze over brains. Beat 'em, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. You see, it's the pod, but your favorite pod. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
That's Mike on the boards.
That's me.
Yes, that's him. We're back. Comment down below your hashtag office hours. Partner at the end of the show, we get to talk to y'all. Real one-on-one conversation. Appreciate all the support, all the commenting. Like, share, subscribe. Speaking on the commenting, reverse. $5 Patreon, we got that too.
Yeah.
And
It's pretty epic.
You get the Discord with that too, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get back, in that shit. But yeah. Speaking on comments.
Yeah, we got to start off with you guys.
Yes.
Y'all our first subject. Let's study.
Let's see. Might need to zoom in.
So, just in general, right?
my
There's
God.
been a lot of discourse in the comments about.
Honestly, it was just this week.
It was just this week. We're exaggerating. We being dramatic.
I'm lying.
You just going off of what? Let AJ explain.
All right, well, yeah, let me
He
just
want it.
explain. Okay.
I'll take
Sorry,
it.
yeah, I was coughing and doing a bunch of extra shit.
Yeah,
So,
Luke.
I mean, the comments have always been adamant about timestamps being up in a timely manner.
Which is fair. Which
Just-
is it's
Man,
a
they be-
fair thing to say.
It is. It
You
is
know what I
because
mean?
we've conditioned them.
And plus, we're professionals over here.
Yeah.
That's true.
We have polished work, and it's everything gets done in a timely fashion.
You
around.
think they love us enough for somebody to just drop them down below? You know what I
They don't
mean?
fuck with
Leak,
us like that.
well, they do, but Leak is busy. And I think living in North Dakota, he's in a different time zone, so it's like he's asleep when it's dropping. He's not going to be there on time.
I'm not gonna give
Yeah,
you that,
but this week, though, we already dropped late because we didn't shoot Sunday because it was Mother's Day.
Yeah, we have Mother's Day, and F. Mac
So-
loves his mother.
Everything was already like late. So it was obviously going to be a sloppy show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas went crazy in the comments with so many like y'all consistently refuse to add timestamps. Aren't y'all homeroom university? You ever enrolled in a class without a syllabus? Syllabus equals timestamps.
And what did
Not
you
all the
reply?
time.
That nigga was preaching on that one.
Yeah, nah, that was from the heart. What did you?
I'm not mad at that.
And what did you
I'm not
reply?
mad at that one.
Yeah.
I replied to another nigga with a little slightly asshole comment.
Oh, okay.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
you
Just-
do be getting a little menacing in these comments sometimes, man. I'm like, oh, this nigga catty. Say, just know it's
Wait, what
AJ typing that shit.
What did he say?
Any podcast around an hour should have timestamps. I don't think they realize the podcast. I don't think they realize these podcasts be 2 hours and some of the topics be shit we don't care about. We just want to hear certain topics and go over or get discussed.
And you said you actually saying what you more and less helps. Wait, what? You actually saying what you more and less of helps a lot more,
Man, that doesn't make any sense.
That's what you said, my nigga? We 0-2. We 0-2 in replies,
Yo,
nigga.
our students can't be smarter than us.
Yo, you need to let us reply.
Yeah.
Let me and Jay Nobles reply to this
He
motherfucker.
had me mad. I was like, fuck this nigga.
Yo,
man.
he said, you more or less. You're right, but I'm retarded and I don't know.
Hey, that's funny though. That's
Yo,
He
that's
got me.
hilarious.
Yeah, he got
What did
me.
he even say back to that?
what he said.
I guess what I was trying to say was, you telling us more. How about you tell us what you want to hear from us more than telling us what you don't want?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
and
what I was trying to say.
You think that's what he interpreted? Because he replied,
I think he
I'm
did.
actually trying to help y'all and give good advice. Upload the podcast and the timestamps at the same time. And that's technically not bad advice. You know what I noticed? You tend to go in on niggas that are telling the truth.
Do I?
I'm saying it now because it sounds good.
He's saying, yeah, he's just saying.
I'm about to say there's two. There's two right now.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
He's
Now,
trying to be on the student side.
you know
Possibly.
what I mean? Somebody got to be other classmates. You know what I mean?
I was gonna do a syllabus. I was like, that was a good idea. So maybe we will start doing a syllabus.
Syllabus. Get that
Going
shit
over
prepared.
at the top of the show. We'll just go over all the topics for the show.
Yeah.
And are we going to do anything about the timestamp thing? Like, are we going?
All right. So this
we
is the
gonna
thing
try?
with the timestamp. Yeah, I've been getting better. It's just
But
like I feel like because I've gotten better at uploading them correctly, when I miss it by an hour, sometimes I have them and I've copied and pasted them into the audio and forgotten to do them on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like they're there already.
Yeah,
and then I
you
start
just did
seeing
half the job.
And then I do half the job.
Yeah.
I start seeing the hate and I'm like,
You half-assed
fuck these niggas talking about. I know I did it, you know? And then I looked and I'm like, oh damn, now it's for the audio. I didn't copy and paste it over to the YouTube.
And shout out to the audio listeners too. Much
Yeah.
love.
That's
Much
that's
Because
how you
audio
know you
listeners
really love
definitely
the
be
show.
the audio listeners definitely be they be pissed too for real. But I hear more feedback from the audio listeners on Twitter than on YouTube.
Because that's the only place you can hear them.
Pretty much. Because Spotify does have a comments now.
You
for
can
each.
ask questions and
Right.
they can respond.
On Spotify?
They've
Yeah, on
had- they've had
Spotify
that
you
for a little
can.
bit.
I know they had a
Yeah.
comment section, but you can ask questions to like the actual podcast.
We had that when we was on Anchor. We had that like little beta
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
because when we were on Anchor, they gave us a lot of like perks because they was testing shit out.
Right, because it was new. So
Yeah.
they were just
we
like,
had the video
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, us and Joe Rogan had the video on podcast.
G
was
Money
like-
trying to defend.
Like Joe Rogan.
Y'all know they're in the description, right?
I think but that was 22 hours
G Money
ago.
gets here a little late.
Yeah, I did have them up by then.
G
I
Money
did have
gets-
them up there by then.
G Money hears the tardy bell.
All
That's a
right, and
different
then
thing.
look, there goes another one. I would listen to this podcast a lot more if it had timestamps.
Yeah,
Somebody said, I hate how Jay Nobles explain things.
Yeah, that was the second thing too. That was not the first and only comment. Somebody else put more words than this.
yeah, they was a little bit more passionate.
Yeah, okay. I asked for the
Wasn't wrong at
timestamps
all.
damn near every episode. Like, yo.
Damn near every episode. You get here a little early, brother.
Yeah.
I feel like, is there any way around that?
They really on it about the time.
Is it possible for them to drop at the same time?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So it's on us. We can't even complain.
yes.
We got to be better professors, my nigga.
Yeah, I guess.
Motherfuckers know they read the comments, add the timestamps, and the numbers won't continue to go down.
See that he was.
Hey, what's
I
his
don't
name?
even
he
know
took
what
a
that
little dig on us on that
Yeah,
one. Come on,
produced
man.
by the
Like
ghetto.
numbers go down. You know what I mean? They fluctuate. God damn. It's
That's
like
it,
the
man.
it's like the stock market, nigga.
It's like the economy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then somebody put that there are timestamps. Keep going.
There are timestamps. Appreciate it.
See this
it's-
timestamp. Go ahead.
See, this timestamp outrage is exactly why 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 was right for crashing out. What black man shames another black man for not adding timestamps in the first few hours? We losing recipes, man.
Okay, let's be clear too. The first
you
few
hard about
hours, is crazy. Like, yes, I should have them, but like niggas act like they give me 3 hours. They don't give me 3 hours. These shits are happening the moment the premiere is
ends.
done.
Yeah.
The moment the premiere is done, within that first hour. 4 comments are talking about where the fuck are the timestamps. No questions. Like
They
you're
really
not-
on about
I
it.
think
Yeah,
that
like they're
makes-
not giving me a couple
but that's the
hours.
beautiful thing about it.
But why
though.
would they give you a couple hours?
Yeah.
Because if they're watching it right now, they would ideally like for the menu to be set. They're not gonna come back to it like 4 hours later.
And that's the
I
beautiful
guess.
thing.
you know what I mean? It's like,
Yes.
nigga,
This is something-
Just press the button. It's a couple buttons you gotta press.
Right.
this is something we want people to be complaining about. Like, this is beautiful.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, they're
yo,
trying to navigate the show as best
Yo,
as
it's
possible.
like
Exactly.
it's like going to your plug and being like, "Yo, can you not like put that shit in loose napkins and all that?"
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like your weed. I'm gonna keep buying it from you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
give me a better package.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
me feel cleaner
tired of
about
using
this
my
shit.
hands, dog.
Waiting for the timestamp. Sorry for the entitlement.
Well, you know, at least he had some emotional intelligence.
At least that's Moses.
yeah.
All right, this is another Jay Nobles one.
Which one?
Okay, this is Jay Noble. It was rolling up on you on this one too.
Oh, okay. I like this pod. Been watching for a while. Y'all critique other podcasters. Cool. But if we are being honest, Jay Noble sucks as a podcaster. It's like he has a brain fart every time he speaks. The
replied?
smack your face emoji.
The smack your face emoji.
Yeah, who replied?
Who replied?
One reply.
The reason you feel so strongly about him is why he's so good. He's not afraid to disagree. It makes him a great podcaster, even if I don't agree with all of his takes.
Now, shout out to Beckett. I mean, look, I do be hot. I do be hot. But, I mean, look, man, I'm trying to do my best with these fools. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain things in a way with my euphemisms and shit. But nah, last episode, I feel like I was hot, man. I was spitting straight facts, man. Like,
Articulate than a motherfucker, right?
Wait, except for Jay Nobles mispronounces 70% of the words he says out loud.
That
My
is
boy
true.
said Nick Fuentes.
You
First of
do,
all,
that is
who?
true. Take
Nick
accountability.
Fuentes.
No, that
I
is
said
true.
Nick
You were from
Fuentes.
Scholar Neck, and the public school system
First of all,
treated you poorly.
You are from
that's still
everywhere.
wrong,
That's
though.
why you can't
That's why I have
stay
so
with
much
anything.
dialect, nigga. What
But
you
that's
mean?
still wrong. You're saying it back to us, and it's
I don't
still
think
wrong.
that's wrong. I think that's just a Southern twang. That's not wrong.
Well,
Nick,
no.
Pause.
We all live in the
Okay,
same
pause,
place.
pause.
We all live here.
Pause. Nick Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes.
Fuentes. That's it.
It's pretty
Why
simple.
can't I say few?
Because it's
Because that's not
wrong.
how his name is.
But that's the way the Southern twang. Y'all niggas not really.
And how do you say sword?
he
know
says
how
that
I
wrong
say
on
it.
purpose.
You know how I say
He
it.
says it wrong on purpose because he
You say
thinks
it
it's
right,
cool.
nigga.
I know I say it right.
I say it right because I know how to say sword.
Say it.
I like saying sword. Like that's what are you talking about?
You
That's
just
the-
like it, but
that's
it's not
the way
right,
to
though.
say it.
Say
though.
tantalizing.
Tantalizing. I love it. I usually
You
say
echoed
that
that,
word.
though.
I say
You-
that
you
word,
echoed
though.
that shit,
Nah,
though. You
that's
just
my word I
mimicked
say.
me.
All right, sword, tantalizing. Nick Fuentes. I said all.
You
You have so many
You're
more.
1
I
for
wish I
3.
could think of them. Yeah, you are 1 for 3.
And the thing is, I think it happens when he starts like trying to like get deep in his brain.
Yeah, he does,
Like with
yeah.
the surface level shit, when you just talking like regular, yeah, you know,
It's
like, comment,
fine.
and subscribe is perfect. Everything,
Once you go
Nigga, you stuttered
everything
too.
is the king's English. But then you get into this one lane where it's like, all right, nigga, I feel like you did that on purpose.
Nigga.
Nick Fuentes, you make shit fancier than it should be.
Nigga, I'm sorry I didn't know how to say a racist name. Jesus, this is a racist we're talking about.
You said that
At
last
least it's not
time.
Maya Angelou.
Angelou.
Yeah, it's Angelo.
Yo, you
I
actually,
say Angelo.
but that's not.
but it's not.
You can't take creative liberties with other people's names. Nigga.
Right.
It's
That's not how that
Angelou.
works.
Angelou.
Angelou.
Yeah. Not low, Lou.
So, like 3 months ago when I was telling
Wait, what
y'all,
happened?
like 3 weeks ago when I was telling y'all my story about how I saw her 2 months before she died, and I said her name, there wasn't no, nigga, it's Lou. It was like, oh, nigga, you saw her 2 months before she died. That was so beautiful.
Well, 'cause you talking
Y'all niggas
about
was
a-
crying like little.
You
Like,
talking about a dead woman.
Yeah,
At
okay.
that point, it's like we not even.
We're gonna
I
let
was
you- we're
I
gonna
was shocked that she died. I didn't really know that.
look, we're making this about us. It's about the students.
Yeah, it should be about you
Yeah.
I'm gonna pronounce every word.
Keep going.
and your diction.
Flannel
Brilliant
shirt is the
bully is a
most
good
reasonable. Who
title.
wore flannel last week?
Flannel shirt is the most
Well,
I
reasonable.
wore my flannel, nigga. My yellow flannel, nigga.
Sorry.
The flyest in the crew, nigga.
Why?
Why am I the flyest in the crew?
No, why would you wearing that flannel?
Always fight with customer service.
Keep going. Was there any more like niggas upset?
That's all office hours.
Don't agree. The books are usually better than the show.
Always.
Don't agree. The books are usually.
Is
Is there
probably
some-
talk about Game of Thrones.
Books are always better than the show. You can just put more
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah, and plus they don't change it. Like
Right, yeah.
Will
yeah.
Smith, anytime Will Smith has been in a movie that's based off a book, he changes something key about the nigga.
But yeah, man.
We would.
It
We'll
was
do
on
better with
it was
timestamps.
on me. You gotta be better too at explaining shit.
We all have to do better because it's like I don't want to. It's not really just you. It's us too. It's like I'm
Yeah.
on the shit too.
It sounds like y'all
So-
the only two niggas fucking up.
Exactly.
F Mac, me and you solid, brother.
Yeah, I'm saying they need to get together.
They don't even know F
Get
Mac's
it
name.
together.
yet.
Yeah,
He in
They
the
know
low third.
They know
think-
F Mac.
I think
yeah.
Lawrence hiatus is the best thing for F Mac.
Honestly, yeah.
Lauren spraining his ankle
Yeah.
made you the next man up.
Yeah.
So you took your ball and you shot
right
it.
now.
Yeah, nigga.
Doing
Yeah,
my
man.
shit.
How's it feel, man?
Get your PT
It's
in.
been- this is week 2.
2. 3.
Yeah,
Three.
No, 3.
it's the
This is
third
week 3.
now.
It's the 3rd week. How
And
you
he
feel?
said he only
Time
got
is
3
flying by,
weeks.
kind of shit,
Time
But-
fly-
But you
Time-
notice how much faster he's been getting everything
He's
set
moving.
up
Yeah,
though.
he's
It's been a
moving.
little bit. It's flow.
I really
Yeah.
have been doing my thing over here. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
F Dizzle. Shout out F Dizzle
But yeah, for this week's syllabus,
for now.
It's me.
let's go through this week's syllabus since I did like that. What we have is we got some Rory and Mal really Rory and Cardi B drama. We got FD Signifier highlighting black podcasting and 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. We got Joe Budden and Jada Kiss.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fat Joe and Jada Kiss new podcast. Fat Joe beefing with Joe Budden.
Yes.
What else we got? What else we got? We serving it hot.
We got Lush versus Sharp.
Don't say it like that. Say it with some. Like,
Say it with some oomph,
With some
nigga.
pride, nigga.
You know, yeah. Well,
Nigga, we got Lush and Sharp.
you just turned on your bidet.
just got a rim job.
Then we also got Breakfast Club, Jess Hilarious, showing up drunk to work, drunk and high to the Breakfast Club.
I love that for her.
What else we got?
That's it. That's all I got right now.
Oh shit, short and sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of finger food this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should start with what should we start with?
I'm curious about this drunken high. Did she?
Let's start there. Breakfast Club.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Evan.
We're
Every
day.
club.
And we're turning the living room into a beach.
Party part. Gonna be spreading it all out.
Living life not in corporate America.
We're bringing reality TV to YouTube. We're the lower class Kardashians.
We'll say we're high class. We're gonna manifest.
Come with us. It's gonna be scary.
You okay? Holy sh!
It's gonna be interesting. You don't know where you're
Come on,
taking
this
me
is
to
the
yet.
wrong way.
It's gonna be fun.
Ryan!
That was good.
Oh, that's what we wanted right there.
Join us. It's going to be a good time.
So this past week, Jess Hilarious came into work after a night of partying in Magic City, and she was still drunk and presumably under the influence of narcotics. What narcotics, we don't know. But definitely still drunk, fighting a hangover, sleeping at work. And people in the comments, go to the other link, because that was actually the YouTube video.
Damn.
People were not happy with her performance. And of course, anything that she does bad like this is going to be
Highlighted.
another
Extrapolated.
reason. Yeah, another reason why Laura LaRosa is. But it's just,
That's crazy.
Yeah, now that they've had any sort of beef, any shortcoming of the other person is going to be a perfect opportunity to say, that's why this person's really better for the job.
Yeah.
Now,
Than
and
you.
is this was it a holiday the day before?
No, there was no holiday this past weekend.
Was it
right?
Mardi Gras
Or this
or nothing?
last week?
You
Was
know
there a
what I
holiday
mean?
this week?
I'm just trying to give her grace a little bit
No, I don't
because
think so.
showing up drunk for work, that's something very specific happened.
Yeah, true.
Like either depression or
Well, it
I
looks
would
like
say.
It's the
it looks
radio,
like she's
so
in
they-
Atlanta. It looks like she's in Atlanta, but they're in the studio in New York. So it's just her.
So she's
And
phoning
apparently
in.
she hasn't been hasn't been in office nearly as much. A lot more phone-ins, like Angela Yee vibes, when she stopped fucking with Envy and Charlamagne.
Is she still going around on tour?
I think that's why she was out of town.
So that makes perfect sense. She had a show. You know what I
Came
mean?
through here, right?
She celebrated a little bit after.
Yeah, so we could listen to the beginning of this, and then when she just like kind of, this is Jess Fix My Mess. And she essentially was giving out no advice because she was literally like half sleeping during shit.
Oh, play this.
Yeah.
And we're just listening. We're not showing.
No, just listening, not showing. Yep.
And I confronted her that morning, and she was like, "Oh, that's just a friend, and we just been friends and all that. You don't have to worry about him." So how you think I should go about that?
Yo,
He done hit now, so I mean, what's the point?
I mean, yeah.
Dang, why you think he hit? Why you think he hit?
Oh,
Yo, he
definitely
talking about
hit.
he love her and all that. What
Yeah.
you mean? She done.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry. She told you ain't got to worry about him because she done hit, and she probably ain't enjoy it sexually.
This is Jess Fix My Mess. Jess, what do you think?
I'm helping Jess because
I think what Charlamagne said was right. For real. Yo, she already.
Why y'all think she hit though? Like, I mean, that could be just
Yo,
a good friend.
the
I
guy
don't wanna think
said.
like that.
The guy said, "I love you, yo."
pause real quick.
Pause.
That she was just
Yo, I can't lie. Charlamagne being a team player, man.
Charlamagne came in
not
and
even-
grabbed the ball, man.
Not even like nothing even happened. Like, no, I'm just talking like it's regular.
Yeah.
And then Envy calls
Because
her
he-
out a little bit later.
Because he had like experience of coming to the radio station drunk back in the day. He probably
I was about to
knows what
say,
that's
this
like.
was regular activity back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
them niggas would go to whatever party Envy was hosting or DJing, sleep in the studio, wake up, still be hungover. Because you get out the club at 3 o'clock and then got to be to work at 5.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
You're not going,
On
you're not
the
going
radio by
home to
6.
shower. Bruh, fuck that. Like, I'm drunk at work right now.
They can't smell you over the radio.
I wonder
Nah.
where she was at though. And I've never been
They said
really
it later.
hungover like that. I don't know if y'all can speak on that.
I've definitely been hungover.
It sucks.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like you saw
That's-
how she
it's-
couldn't
you're
stay
fighting
like
for your life.
stationary.
Right,
She just had to
like-
keep swooshing back and forth because that's what's going on in her bloodstream. It's just,
Like,
I've only ever drunk as much as I could take.
like a real hangover, yeah, you don't want to be up, awake. Like, you just want to be sleep in bed. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's terrible. But I haven't had that many though, honestly. As long as you're hydrated before you get drunk, you really don't have no hangover issues.
Yeah.
So
Get some electrolytes
it's
in your
really
body.
only
You smoke weed at the right
it's
point of the
mainly
night.
if you're like dehydrated then get drunk, you'll have a fucking crucial hangover in the morning. But if you drink a decent amount of water, you probably won't get one.
Yeah, you at least won't have no migraine or nothing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
If
definitely
your head hurting, and then you got to go on the radio and listen to a nigga still be in love with a hoe.
advice.
Yeah, and
like-
give like
Listen,
simple advice, like just stop loving the bitch, dog.
And sit around them bright ass studio lights too.
Yeah,
This is not professional though, right? Like this is not professional as a motherfucker.
it's not
Like despite it being a normal thing that happened back in the day for Charlamagne, it's like just
Is this not professional? It's a good question.
It's hard to tell
Is
with
this
radio.
wrong? I don't know. Radio, because it's iHeart.
it might not be wrong.
If we just look at iHeart and we were like, oh, this is a major corporation, $1 billion.
Yeah,
Of course you can't come to work drunk. But then it's radio. I feel like you're allowed to come to work drunk when it's radio or high or something, as long as you hitting the cues.
as
You know
long
what
as
I'm
it's
saying?
good for ratings,
Right.
it's gonna slide. Like Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern, like they've done way worse than drunk on radio.
That's
my
what
nigga.
I'm saying.
It's like it's a lot of shit that gets slid under the rug as long
It's
as the
only
viewership
unprofessional
is up.
if you flop that day.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you flop, now we're pissed.
But also we
And that's entertainment for real.
should we give
Yeah.
different levels of standards to like Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern just a little bit?
No.
Like
No.
they're not doing what Jess is doing.
the radio host, what
Radio.
you mean?
Yeah, just radio.
You're just comparing. I mean, I guess
They had the same job, my nigga.
Opie
come
and
on at
Anthony
the
was
same
crazy
time in the
though. They
morning.
was not making. I don't want to say making, but
Say
they were
what you wanna
seeing
say.
titties in the studio.
Say what you
Yo,
wanna
they
say.
had like
I don't.
Say what
They
you
were
wanna say.
making bitches take their shirt off.
No. Why you want to put them separately? Because they're comedians, right?
Opie and Anthony?
no, they're not comedians.
I get what you're.
They had a lot of comedians on the show, but
Yeah.
them-
They weren't
They
stand-ups?
themselves were just radio hosts.
Nah, they
Shit,
weren't
I thought they were
stand
doing
ups.
stand-ups.
Nah,
Hell
they
no.
weren't stand-ups.
Damn. This whole time I thought just because I only feel like I only
Because
listen
they've had
to comedians.
every great comedian ever.
Right,
on the
right,
show.
yeah.
And you also harbor hate for comedians.
I love
Because of
comedians.
one, gay one.
They're just not gods.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, what's the gay one he don't like?
Tony
Hinchcliffe?
yeah.
He's not even really gay on
I
that.
know, but he's the gay one.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
To AJ.
He sucks.
Maybe.
Yeah.
800-585-1051. Jess is here. She's a little intoxicated. A little.
Yo, stop telling everybody business all the time.
They
boy.
can
What is
hear it.
God damn.
They gonna
bro.
think something
Yo.
else happened.
They don't. No, they not, yo. Yo, I know I sound like a stud today. I know.
You sound like a stud any other time. You just
No,
sound-
I don't.
Yes, you
She
do.
sound extra
No, I
study
don't.
today.
Yeah,
Yes,
she do.
extra study today.
Yeah, that's all.
Because that's how I sound when I get hoarse, yo.
No, that's how you sound when you leave Magic City after seeing all them women and you like, damn, yo.
Period. Listen.
And another-
Shout out to 𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃, yo. I'm telling you.
My goodness. All right. Just fix my mess is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I'm not saying.
Morning, everybody. It's
Okay,
DJ.
boss.
You can pull.
Let's
It's-
look at some of the hate in the comments.
It's good for like the wrong reasons, and you know why. Like, it's still though you can't, especially Jess. You would think she would move smarter and not put a target on her back,
Well,
especially an easy
I don't
one.
think she gives a fuck anymore.
I don't think that
Zoom
this
in
is.
some more.
I don't think this is the worst thing in the world, especially because she's on a show with 3 other people.
Yeah,
That's not as much heavy lifting. Like she came into her own solo thing, or she was like a 1A, 1B type situation, and you drunk. Like nigga, you do half of the show.
I think it's good. Envy called her out though. I think that's funny
It's funny for the
because
know,
you have to.
Jeff's just seeing them spaceships on Bankhead.
Jess is starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
Jess can't
fight
even
back.
open her eyes. Envy 100% be the one to tell all the other kids when the teacher come back the next day. Jeez. Oh, yeah.
On all.
He one of them niggas that take the substitute teacher serious.
Just fried rice.
ass.
She's intoxicated today.
Shit. I like Jess. She's a riot. She seems like a fun friend to hang out with. Why is everyone so negative? Keep doing you, Jess. When Jess is feeling them spirits, she has no time for the mess. See, come on, man.
Spirits is crazy.
They loving this shit.
It was the YouTube, it was the full length episode where they were like, Lauren would never come to work like this. Niggas was mad.
Lauren, is she even old enough to purchase alcohol?
Yeah.
I mean that
I
rhetorically,
know.
nigga. It's-
Yeah, but Lauren's position in the company is
yeah, like when
it's-
you're a rookie, you act like a rookie.
Yeah.
You're not signed to that max contract, so
everything
you know
right.
you gotta be by the book.
you held to different standards, man. The
What?
comfort/excuse culture has killed professionalism in the workplace.
Go back up a little bit. Why would you get this high and come into work so unprofessional? And she's like this is a lot and she's like this a lot. I like Jess, but she needs to stop this. Is she How many times has she pulled up
That's
under
crazy.
the influence?
She's like, this a lot is a stretch.
That's
I
a
think.
stretch.
I think we would have talked about an alcoholism problem by now.
Yeah, you know what I
Because
mean?
that's a great YouTube video. I'm probably titled this. Jess is battling alcoholism.
Yeah.
Drunk at work.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
It's
it.
evil.
Hot. It's evil.
I like it.
It's evil. Even though I
twirl
love
your mustache
even
when you
though
type it.
Right. Even though I love everything that I see, you know, yeah.
Yeah, evil.
Battling alcoholism.
But I don't think that this is really that bad. I think people just want something to say about Jess, and this is easy. This is a layup.
Mm-hmm.
You came to work drunk, but then you realize what your job is. Like, she's a fucking radio host. You're going to get mad at a comedian for coming drunk?
Yeah, but especially when they're not.
This nigga said, don't make this a
funny.
habit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
You didn't enjoy yourself? Be honest.
For the wrong reasons. And it wasn't for Jess. Like, it was for everything around her. Like, Envy going like, Charlamagne, what the fuck? Like, we just not gonna say nothing?
And that works
Charlamagne just saying like, I don't know, man. I think that bitch is, I don't think she's a hoe necessarily, but she could move smarter. Like, it's just
I think that's a good show.
It's not,
You know what
it's
I
not
mean?
bad. I get what you're
Like,
saying.
sometimes somebody has to be the sacrificial lamb for the entertainment of the greater good.
It's just the fact that she was like dozing off and falling asleep. That's the only downside. Like,
And
I'm
then-
cool with drunk podcasts and drunk radio.
Yes.
But if you have to perform.
Nigga, I love
Yeah.
Tax Stone. I go back and listen to his shit all the time.
Henny
Just
episodes, Douce episodes.
Douce episodes, it's all the same.
Nigga was always high.
But he's alert.
He's
though.
an animal though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
alert though.
Yeah.
he's alert.
Shit, we LOY, we got a couple Shroom episodes, probably like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, go look back. The
Yeah, those
Stone
are,
Date.
Those are
That's what we
phenomenal.
called
It was a series. Yeah, the Stone Date 1, 2, and I think the third one was some other shit.
We need to do that. We need to do shrooms and do a podcast.
And F Mac has to be on camera since it's his first time.
I wouldn't be able to be back here. I'd be useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga be like,
F Mac is our square.
yeah, Lauren will be the only
Yeah.
sober nigga here.
Yeah, no, Lauren
Yeah.
is the
I think Lauren
square.
would be cool with that.
Yeah.
I don't think he hasn't done it, I don't think.
Pussy. My question is, what did she text back after he texted her, I love you? Oh, okay, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all in all,
But that's it, you know.
this is good overall. I feel like this is the
the
best.
Flacco video was like, the Flacco video was crazy. The title was she's battling drugs or something like that. It was wild. Flacco's
Just
title,
hilarious drug addiction is becoming an issue at the
that's what it
Breakfast Club.
was. I said drug addiction.
Flacco losing weight.
I don't know.
His face, I
His
think it's
face
the
looking a
lighting.
little slimmer.
I think it's the lighting. He knows how to,
Angle the camera and shit.
yeah.
Nah, I think Flacco might be putting in some work, man. He might be getting dangerous.
He might be.
You know what I mean?
Flacco's never,
What? What, nigga?
Oh my God. We'll let that. I'll let you
That's a
know.
little inside joke.
You got that?
That was for you, nigga. That
You
one for
got
you. That was
that?
for you.
You got that.
nah.
Stay dangerous.
Don't try to make it cool, nigga. Put your arms down.
It is cool. It was cool enough the nigga had to take a picture and send it to the chat.
to make
he was
fun of
just-
you.
it was
he was clowning you, nigga.
Describe what happened.
So AJ's on the news.
No.
Nah, it's too personal. It's too personal. Hey, you set me up. You don't get me in trouble here.
All right.
That is funny though.
All right, yeah. Where are we going next?
We not gonna watch this? I kind of want to hear the first 30 seconds of him
we
like
can.
presenting this information.
I'm putting this on screen, right?
Yeah, you can put Flacco up.
That's the homie.
That's right.
Back to the Breakfast Club. Anywhere else, she would have been dragged off air and fired and terminated immediately. But because it's the Breakfast Club, I guess we didn't get a firing today. But that don't mean we won't get a firing tomorrow, bruh. This is like really,
really
bad.
went
I don't
for it.
think
This is
I've
what I
ever
love.
seen anything like this before ever in life. To me, what Jess Hilarious did today is more of a slap in the face to the Breakfast Club because Jess Hilarious just tried to turn the audience against the Breakfast Club by going on IG Live and exposing them for trying to give her job to Lauren LaRosa.
We're supposed to be a team up there.
Hit pause.
Not one person.
See, it's
not
slick how
one
these
person
niggas do
comes
it.
to.
Flacco losing weight in
It's
his
slick
mind.
how they do it because this is what I notice YouTubers do, especially like in our lane, is you'll take an old situation. This is hotter than her being drunk at work one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her beefing. So like he's tying them both together like they're both relevant in the same context, but they're not. You know what I'm saying?
He's using one to prop the other one up to
Essentially,
make this whole shit look tall.
Essentially. But yeah, him, I started dying laughing because when he was like, I've never seen this in a corporate work event. Nigga, what?
What are you talking
No
about?
jumper?
Nigga,
Drug
come on.
paradise?
Yeah.
Stop it.
I got drugs from No Jumper. I'm not gonna say who.
Right.
I have did before, but I'm not gonna say.
But
this time.
literally, like,
Good drugs too.
Yeah, it was good.
No Jumper got the best drugs.
yeah, for real.
That's when you go to do them shit.
Yeah, nigga, like I'm pulling up and I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving here with something.
Hell yeah, you might catch
something.
a contact high just talking
bruh.
to a nigga.
Yeah, so I get it for the video, but it is also funny. But when you're just me being somebody who doesn't know who Poetic Flacco is, I'm just clicking on this for the first time. I get to, oh yeah, you're right. That is a good point. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say. Oh, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Because he said it with so much conviction.
Yeah, when you don't know somebody's like full total history, like
Yeah.
you can get away with certain shit. Which a lot of these videos, you're supposed to make them like these people have never seen you before. That's the best way to go about it anyway.
That's
You
how
know what
Michael
I'm saying?
Jordan used to play basketball.
Yeah.
He's like, there's a kid in that crowd that ain't seen MJ before. I'm gonna show him airness.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time, bro.
And made it about himself.
It was about him.
But yeah, where y'all want to go next? Y'all want to go?
What was Rory and Cardi B was cursing out Rory for no reason?
Yeah, let's look at that.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Let me build a level with you. This shit is residential. I try to find commercial sign and lost myself within 2 tries. Who a nigga with cool ties. Every page that I now see is involved in a hoopla. Oh, you ballin'? Well, who not? The hoopty is smooth ride. Put your bitch in the fig 4. Since a youngin' was big dog, like a set, how the ink drawn. Can't picture a thing wrong. I try to do right, but some things I should think on. Look, most my life a bitch was just a tally on my roster. And when in Rome, my Trojan horses get in there with laughter. Next thing you know, I dine and dash that pussy like it's pasta. Finito like I'm Benito. If she a dictate, get this rap and boost her libido. A humble ego, prophetic home hero. A look inside the heavy heart peephole. Called karma for saying I love people, not showing lot going on. I'm truly holding on, cause I got issues. Communicating, don't know how to say that I miss you. I wanna spend more time, I work myself to the gristle. Since I was little, I wouldn't accept the help. Man, it's crystal that I got issues. Hey, it's a process, more or less any stress. This shit is gorgeous. A solo act, no quartet, I couldn't forfeit. If life's a lemon, squeeze that bitch into a corset. I take a pour of that, yeah.
Cardi B went off on Rory from the Rory and 𝙼𝙾 podcast over discussing like her relationship and stuff like that. We'll play the audio kind of soon just because you kind of need to hear how they spoke about it. And then we'll read Cardi B's response to see if this was warranted or completely out of pocket.
Because Rory honestly didn't say much. Like he kind of struggled to even get that word in the conversation. It was kind of like half said.
It was Maul and Damaris really going at it.
Really having a
like,
combo.
And it was kind of a weird like stance Maul took for him to even have like a care about it.
Yeah.
But he was just like, yo, like, you know, she's moving out here like kind of shiesty, yo. Like, I just can't wait until this shit ends.
And he
I
do
forgot
it
what he
wrong.
said, but he was like, I can't wait till the shit ends so we can see these women, you know what I mean, response. Like they better still be on her side.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't do it in New York.
He wanted the energy to be kept.
Yeah.
And he knows women are hypocritical.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask for. All right, let's go ahead and play it. We're going to play this whole thing because I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Nah, it's good.
That's real shit, dog. I like the honesty.
Together, the whole entire world is against us, and y'all just be with us. Y'all be so trying to make, oh, men, listen, I hear y'all. Our black men, I hear y'all. Like, hold niggas accountable, bro. Hold niggas accountable because it could be you very easily.
Are you holding Cardi accountable?
Holding Cardi accountable for what?
Nothing.
Oh, all right. The
I
fuck?
don't want to smoke.
Yeah, I know.
Pause real quick.
I'm happy for my
Can I say
sis. Y'all see?
something real quick? This whole conversation stemmed from what is going on with DDG and 𝙾𝚃. So basically,
another situation where something's being propped up on something else is kind of serious.
yeah.
because it's like a lot of people weren't taking her side, and Damaris is really strong on like helping black women and taking their side.
Yeah.
And so that kind of coincides. That was like 5 minutes before this conversation.
So for context, thank you, brother.
Real quick.
Get them just
You like that, though?
I've liked that.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
cool.
But what we
I'm
got to
not turning
understand
it
about
down,
him is
you know what
that
I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying.
He's
I know
an
what you're
animal.
saying,
Yeah.
but like
It could be so much better.
He's an animal, though. It would be necessary.
I'm fucking around. But nah.
Back to the show.
That was the
We
context.
need to mark that area.
Yeah, please.
That was personal.
Yeah.
But that was the context to it. They were talking about, you know, everybody taking DDG side.
Yeah.
And Damaris was mad about that.
It's all right. You just put it on
And
the line next to it and go enter.
She does have some kind of sliver of an argument because there are a lot of dudes who just immediately are going to the defense of DDG just simply because they like the nigga already.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of ignoring the facts or like the lack thereof.
The DDG thing, did y'all fuck with his streams? Like, were y'all coming up?
I think I was too old at that time.
You were still too late? Okay.
I was on DDG back when, like, he was a real YouTuber.
Right, that's what I'm wondering.
And like niggas were aware of his what was
before
going
streaming
on.
YouTuber DDG.
Yeah, like when he was Pontiac made still. Like it was literally Pontiac made DDG.
Gotcha.
And there was a nigga named McQueen.
I remember
a
that.
light-skinned dude.
Yeah, I remember that nigga.
I was like watching their whole, it was just bitches, money, cars.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay.
That's what I want. But nah, I did what he's on now, I like it. He just posted, he just hit a million subs on Twitch.
Word,
He has like 6 million. He put like a whole stat sheet, like 1 million on everything.
You also got an album out, right?
Apparently it sold like a couple hundred. I might be wrong on that, but it sold a couple hundred.
Like 100, right? Not 100,000.
A couple hundred. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's nasty.
That sounds right though.
It does. Because I mean, I only know one DDG song, Moonwalking in Calabasas with Blueface.
To really make that full transition is kind of difficult.
It really is.
For like niggas to take you all the way
honestly,
serious
I
from
think in
YouTube
terms
to
of
music.
And I think in terms of like music money wise, like the niggas I think that YouTube check is heavier than the YouTube check.
That's what allows him to be able to do the music.
Right, right.
Like that shit is purely a passion project.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
should we read Cardi B's response?
Oh wait, I want to finish listening to this.
Yeah, I'm seeing 1,200.
I'm ignoring reading that before I want to finish hearing this. Or maybe
Look at her. She glowing.
I love shit like this.
Yo, I'm messy. Me too.
You know why I like shit like this?
Because they're competing with each other?
No. Because in 6 months, when this is over, when
Offset and her will be together?
When Stefan is caught out with another, because you know he's a super whore.
He's already, I think he's dating other people openly. But this is the thing, though. Nobody said they didn't come out and say, they didn't come out and say they in a relationship.
I'm not saying they are. I'm saying in 6 months, when he's out with his new flame and him and Cardi is not even, they stop following each other. You know, all of that's gonna happen. Stop following each other, all of that. I just love to hear the women that's like, I'm happy for my sis. Be happy when Cardi is on IG Live in 6 months and saying Stefan ain't shit. Be happy then too.
So what?
I think it's rollout shit anyway.
And I'm listening. Big Bronx shit.
I don't get it.
Because it's Big Bronx shit.
Big Bronx shit.
Like, he's saying if you a fan of Cardi B, be happy when she's sad, be happy when she's glad? Like,
It's just like, if you're gonna be happy for both sides of the ignorance.
Okay.
I guess that's what he's saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know,
keep
like
the same energy in terms of that. But I don't know. Was it also weird when was it weird? I thought it was weird when I heard him say, "You know, Stefan's a super whore."
Yeah.
It was a
little underhand hate, right?
Yeah, a little bit,
Just
right?
a little bit.
Something about it didn't feel right.
I don't know
Because that's a catty statement.
Yeah,
like to call another man a whore.
That was crazy.
I don't think now that I think about that, I don't think I've ever heard a nigga do that.
Why?
He's a whore.
Why couldn't you just say he get bitches? He got bitches. You know what I'm saying?
You should be applauding him, right?
A little bit, at least.
We have to accept Maul as a red pill dude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Which makes this even more confusing.
No, it makes
They're polygamous.
It makes it similar.
he's a whore.
Not similar. It makes it like more simple. Because it's like, of course, he's gonna be saying these things that are like a little like hypocritical because it's always in the favor of the man. So it's like it's not going to make sense because he's really a red pill nigga. Like he's really hard on these bitches.
But he's also an energy reader, which is why he said he's a whore, I think.
Because he picks up on different energies and it's just contagious.
I think he just knows Stefan's fucking these bitches.
Yeah,
why didn't he say
said it in a catty way though. That's all it is.
Yeah, because you can't say it that way.
He said it
that's
in a kiki way. Me saying a nigga got a lot of bitches, I feel like it's safer than calling them a whore.
Well, because there's a certain level of respect that's layering the first statement.
And
right. You know what I mean? Like you're approving. It's like, yeah, man, that nigga get bitches.
Saying you got a lot of bitches, like that's a number that's probably above 15 to 20.
Okay.
Saying you're a whore, that's just like very mysterious and like what does that mean? Is it 5 bitches? Is it 4? I don't know.
And the thing is, like, because his overall statement isn't even about Stefan. He's trying to spite the women that are supporting Cardi B. So he's essentially willing to push another man down to put these women further down. You know what I mean? Like, in a way,
that is kind of what he's doing.
Push Stefan on top of the other hoes.
And he's really fighting for Offset, I think.
I think that's his overall.
Overall, his point is like, don't leave a good whore that you were married to for a whore that you wasn't married to. Like,
don't leave a whore. Yeah, don't leave the whore that you know for the whore that's new.
Exactly.
Because the grass ain't always green on the other whore.
And Maul's just trying to express that. And possibly, it could be a little spite coming from Maul, just in the sense that so many people are on Cardi B's side. And he's like, yo, what is going on in the world, B?
Yeah, it's too much.
The Knicks finna win. We can't be having this shit, B.
Big Bronx shit.
Big Bronx. Nah, he was about to defend her.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it. Because I want to hear what Rory said.
I'm happy for Cardi.
Cardi ain't never liked the Knicks.
She at the Knick game. She's smiling.
This is PR. What are we talking about?
I'm just talking about the women that's on like, yes, Cardi, yeah, move on to a better nigga.
Okay.
See, I never said that.
I'm just saying, it's women on the internet saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, those same women, I want to hear from them when this has run its course, is all I'm saying.
But why does that... And I guess that was my issue.
Hear the consistency.
Because so many people, I put up a tweet about that and a TikTok about it, and so many people were just like, I'll never be happy for her. He just had a baby with somebody else, this, and that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't know enough about that young man. Shout out to him. I just know he looked good, and him and Cardi look like they having a ball. That don't got to be Cardi next husband.
That's a fact. No,
like,
you said something. That's a fact.
She never came out and even said that was her man. She was just at the Knicks game sitting there. She said she
they was canoodling.
We caught them getting out the car, going to the hotel.
But sometimes you canoodle with a nigga that ain't yours.
Oh, no, y'all love to do that. Oh, no, y'all love to canoodle with a nigga that ain't yours. Nigga that got a whole family, wife.
Well,
y'all love that.
He does not have a family and a wife. Let's not put that on.
Maul is scorned. I think he's identifying with Offset overall, and that's why he's at his defense so deeply. I don't know what happened in Maul's personal life, but it sounds like there's similarities. He relates to this issue.
How did he not get the chopper and Rory did?
Because I believe Rory
is an easier target. It's just like,
it's that pasty skin.
It's that ginger shit.
Target.
That's really it.
Yeah, I was trying to like maybe.
Yeah, because am I missing something? Is in this last minute? Is he gonna say something?
Rory seems to be the more sensitive of the two, and the more sensitive person is the easier victim.
If you look like a mark, you're probably gonna be one.
But like I said, Rory said probably 2 or 3 things, and I think that really fucked her up because maybe somebody in Cardi's personal life is saying the same things. Like he used 2 similar words that was like, oh shit, I've heard this 30 times today.
I do like how
accountability.
𝙼𝙾, she's very strong-headed. You know what I mean? Like on certain things, like
maybe you love her stuff.
She's very headstrong.
Yeah, strong-headed.
But yeah, that's
strong-headed was a different way.
Strong-headed means
it went from a compliment to
right.
But she just stands on certain points.
There goes that 70%.
He should call her a bull in the china shop.
Yeah. There go that 70%. Pronounce shit wrong.
70. Yep, there it is. Wait, what'd he say? I ain't even hear. I just believe you.
Strong-headed.
Strong-headed is
he pronounces things wrong and he rephrases. Like he says shit backwards.
He changes popular
like you
quotes
with
to fit his
the
own.
compass. Shut up.
You can't compare creative ingenuity to your shit.
But basically, right? I like how she just doesn't move. Like Mel needs to learn from her. Yeah,
Mel doesn't have this strong of an opinion on most things though.
She needs to though.
I mean, if she does, she'll normally throw in the white flag before it really has to go down that road.
Plus, Mel is in a different environment. Like Maul they're not even really arguing or debating. It's kind of just like a regular conversation. You believe this, I believe that, and we're just talking about it.
It's also 2 different people though. And I'm only bringing up Mel because, she's essentially the princess of podcasting.
But yeah, let's read this Cardi B response real quick. No sympathy shit, because I lived and learned and been through worse in my life. I went through so much shit on Deceived.
I don't tell my story and put these nasty bitches on blast because I seen God handle every woman and man, every woman and the men that put tears in my eyes and pain in my heart.
But I'm 70%.
In the worst way. When a white man like Rory talking about I need to be held accountable for shit he don't know one thing about really makes me see red. This is not a competition. This is me taking baby steps to finally feeling happy and seeing my sky blue with birds and trees again instead of rainy days. I feel lightweight, motivated in love with life, hugs and kisses, in love with my career, and most importantly, in love with my 3 kids no matter what. Shut the fuck up, you white bitch, before I light a match up your ass.
I swear, yo, bringing up the kids is like, that's the final one. Like, that's all like, you can't even disagree with that. Like, America loves that shit.
Well, because kids are people's hearts in human form. You know what I mean? They get the most love.
Yeah.
The most compassion.
Life forces.
But it's like, that's all I care about, so stop talking about me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was really because he was white.
Yes.
That's what it boils down to, my nigga. It's like, how dare this white ginger have something to say about my Puerto Rican mess?
Yeah.
That's why white boys like Rory feel the need to like overcompensate in terms of like, I love hip hop. Like, I've done the research.
Yeah, because you call them white boys, like Rory.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, white boys like Rory. Yeah, that wasn't crazy. Was that crazy?
I'm not saying it's crazy, but that's why.
Oh,
it's like, it's just a live example of why they have to go that hard.
And Rory, that he's gonna feel that in his stomach. You know, when you're just like, ooh. Like,
Yo,
that's
if
gonna
I
make
was
him go, ooh.
if I was white and in hip hop, they'd probably call me racist because I just wouldn't give a fuck to like kiss ass to be accepted. Like,
you would be Vlad TV.
100%. Because I'm not
crazy, right?
I'm not dying for approval of black people.
It's better than Adam.
I'm not doing that.
You're not doing what?
Like,
Down for approval of black people?
Yeah, I'm not doing that because it's never gonna happen.
You're a colonizer at heart.
Well, if I was white, I would be a colonizer at heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of my. Well, the Irish, not really.
You're Irish?
No, he's. Well, he's
oh, you talking
ginger.
about Vlad?
I'm assuming.
You're just saying.
Oh, you
ginger
talking
is
about
Irish.
fucking Rory?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Vlad.
Now, if you was white, then you'd be Vlad. I would probably be that white dude that gets high. He looks
Milk
like
TV.
He looks.
You be Milk TV.
No, not Milk TV.
That nigga fall off is crazy.
The nigga.
Exactly.
The nigga with the like the neck. Oh my god, I can't even think of his name.
The nigga with the
He
neck.
has like a neck
smoking
like this.
content?
He's white. Almost looks like a sloth.
What is his content? What does he do?
Interviews rappers. He's a white dude.
Oh, no, he's talking about Tim. Tim, the UK nigga.
Tim Westwood?
Not Tim Westwood.
That's a good one, though. You should have said that.
I
you
guess
dress like an Australian, too.
Yeah, honestly. Fucking Tim Westwood. Tim Westwood
he's a little.
He's dope.
He's cool, but
Nah.
I feel like in short spurts. Nah, I give it to Tim Westwood. He cool.
Tim Westwood is respected too.
It all depends on how you view it, though. Like, if you view it as like this is really him or this is an act.
Yeah, baby.
The lame.
I believe it's actually him.
The lame version of him is that dude that does interviews on Apple. Who's that white dude?
Zane Lowe?
Zane Lowe.
Are you sure? That might just be a name that fits how you feel.
No, he's in like a sweater type in Zane Lowe.
Pull him up.
That dude.
Okay, Zane Lowe.
He's kind of.
That's who you would be?
Me. No, I'm saying that's the lame version of Tim Westwood.
Oh, got you.
I'll probably be Tim Westwood now that I can't think of my other white boy, but
Word.
Zane Lowe's he's just kind of boring. He does have the most insightful like rap interviews in terms of like connecting with the artists, but like
I remember one of the
care
things
about
that when our clip about Elliott Wilson, the first one that he posted, you were like, yeah, even Zane Lowe's better than Elliott Wilson.
Yeah,
And
we
now-
kind of let that shit ride when it happened too. But in the
Niggas
comments, they
were
was like, yo,
pissed.
this nigga said Zane motherfucking Lowe.
Holy shit, they were pissed. Oh my God, they were so pissed.
And you know, like I feel like I didn't have enough information at the time to combat you. So it just flowed.
Zane Lowe's been around for a very long time. He's been respected as that guy of like.
I think I might have seen 2 Zane Lowe interviews at most.
Because he's just like, you see,
Eminem. Zoom in on that.
that's old Eminem too.
Yeah, when he started that look in his eyes.
Being the guy that can interview rappers used to be such an important position, but now it's like
The big ones don't talk no more.
I think it's still important. It's still important. I think
I don't think so.
Big conglomerates need to invest in like niggas like Zane Lowe and like people that actually care.
I don't think so.
Yo, he looked
Because
like
the big rappers don't go there. They'll go to a streamer. They'll go to that Lil stream or Blackboy Max. They don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
that.
like even Future at the red carpet, he was talking to Kyle. I was like, yo, I'm coming on there. I got
Right,
you.
yeah. They don't give a fuck about linking up with these people no more.
It's all marketing, man.
Like it used to really matter, but now it doesn't.
Yeah, you got to go to where the people at.
Pretty
And there's
much.
100,000 niggas in the chat. So just
Yeah.
find the chat with the nigga that's cool.
Yeah.
that's
Blackboy Max.
going to let you smoke in the B&B.
Blackboy Max doing good.
But yeah, I guess to sum up that Rory Amal clip, I think Cardi B did apologize to Rory.
Maybe behind the scenes.
What did she
like a day or
realize?
I think she realized that he wasn't the one going the hardest in the conversation.
Yeah.
And just kind of like lashed out on him because he was the first white boy in sight.
Because
he's the first cracker.
the
in
easiest
sight.
target.
Yeah.
The closest one.
And now that I think about it, it's like realistically, Cardi B was the only person in the wrong.
Cardi B can do no wrong.
Maul and Damaris was just doing her job.
Yeah,
their job. But like Cardi B, when did rappers start like caring?
This is beyond the conversation on Rory and Maul, because the conversation on Rory and Maul is a reflection of people talking online, and just that huge narrative in itself. I feel like this text or this message, the Rory this was like a cherry on top. That was like 2% of what the whole meaning was. The other 98 was her just lashing out at people saying this in general.
Yeah.
Because it's not just these people having this conversation.
Yeah.
It's the overall thing that's happening online to where it's like, you know.
But it's still like
motherfuckers sticking up for the other side.
But damn, like Beyonce don't be saying shit. Like it's so many people that don't be like just saying stuff.
Beyonce
but Cardi B
different.
has made a name and money off of doing this.
She's a reality TV star too. That was her origin. So she came into the game on a for the people personable level.
Yeah.
Beyonce is like an old school celebrity to where mysterious is how I'm supposed to be. Like you barely even know what I sound like.
But nah, Cardi B just got to move how she move and, you know, not even care about that shit. Like, go ahead, get dug out. Fuck it.
Right, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And drop him. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Switch him out. Go to the NBA.
Hell yeah.
See if you can get a rookie
Go over to
max.
podcasting. Maybe the
I don't want a Cardi B podcast.
local ones.
Yeah, no, maybe he just advocating for like, you know, she's going homeroom. Choose one of these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little F-Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah. F-Mac can get Cardi B.
Who you think? Nah.
What?
Is that
We'll cut it out.
I was just
Cut it
like-
out if it goes too
It
far.
was just like it just might have. It was just.
I
would've
like
been,
where it might have been going.
It
though.
just
Yeah,
would
you know what I mean?
have been.
I feel like the answer was gonna be me.
It just would have been us arguing about who could get Cardi B.
I feel like the answer's about to be Groove.
I could probably get Cardi B.
Nah, you ain't Spanish enough, nigga. Between me and that man.
Absolutely not.
She's Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is your
I think
bread
she's
and
Dominican
butter.
and Puerto Rican, I believe.
That is your bread and butter right there.
Nigga, that's
his pataleos.
That's my breakfast.
Right. That
Wake
is
up to that.
That is your bag.
But
FD Signifier did a video
praising
pretty much talking about Mark Lamont Hill, but it was really focused on a black intellectual like Mark Lamont Hill being accepted and coming into spaces of black podcasting.
The nigga net.
The nigga net. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a term.
It's only useful in times like this.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, essentially. So let's just watch the very beginning of this video. We can put this on the screen.
Shout out FD Signifier. I fuck with his videos.
Yeah.
The nigga net looks cool.
Black podcast land is
Looks like
mostly
that's
a
what he's
parade
in front
of atrocities. There's a few good joints, a few, but not that many. Shout out to the Grits and Eggs podcast. I'm trying to make that happen soon. I like higher learning a little bit. Shout out to the Poor Minds. Shout out to Jokes on You. There's good entertainment, like knowledge sharing and other stuff happening out there in podcast land in some places. The rest of them, it's like a scene from Mad Max and there's hot garbage everywhere. And then all of a sudden, Mark Lamont Hill just made me realize that maybe things can be better.
So hit pause.
So
it just came out hot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Black podcasting is full of atrocities.
Yeah. Hot garbage. I believe
Like-
you put it.
It's saved by Mark.
Mark is a symbol of hope
he's
in
a symbol.
an
He's a
abandoned
symbol.
wasteland.
Right.
He's Jesus.
Not
He's a
necessarily the return of Christ, but he is just a symbol of positivity. Like, okay, things can get better.
So
But I
Moses?
think it's important that
Maybe
that's
Joseph.
one, do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with his first take? And do you think that's the average person's thought on black podcasting? It's just full of hot garbage and full of atrocities.
I think he means intellectually.
You
Because
didn't say
as
that,
he,
but
as he
I
goes,
feel that.
as he
Yeah.
goes on to evolve the whole opinion in the video, that
Right.
is the main sector that he attacks.
Right.
In terms of like niggas just chatting, not the Dunning-Kruger effect. Just a bunch of niggas who are too stupid to know they're stupid,
It's
and
not
they're
the
just
majority.
talking.
It's not the majority.
That's the
like,
majority of podcasts.
It's not the majority. Like majority of black podcasters aren't filled with people with just like high intellects that are like, you know about a lot.
I guess it's more of a fact
It's just
because I don't think he's wrong. And then it's also like back when y'all say like when I will say black people have bad customer service, but I've been to more white establishments.
Yeah.
Like, are there more? Is a population thing? There's just more white people with podcasts, so we have more options.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't even of like higher learning or more intelligent conversations. But at the same time, I don't think it's that all the way either, because I mean, we can just look at the spaces that these areas are having conversations in, even if it's on like a CNN or a Fox, or there's not that many black people in those spaces either.
Well,
but that is a different form of media. I think he's talking about specifically like the internet, online, YouTube, podcasting space.
Right.
And I also think that I guess what he's trying to say is that Mark is essentially like, you know, the back screen wasn't like just for a joke.
Yeah.
He is like the Neo in terms of like he can go to different places like comedy,
He can operate at all
education,
levels.
Politics. Like he can do all those things. Because now that I think about it, there's many black podcasters that are talking about health, fitness.
I don't know any.
There's this one like Hotep, like kind of, you know.
That's his point though.
But
Hotep. Once you get into Hotep, you can slip into pseudo.
I said
pseudosciences and conspiracy theories.
And on top of that, that's not going to be recognized by the masses.
By high academia.
Which is why.
Right.
Exactly. But I mean, there's other ones. You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he got a podcast. But
Yeah,
Mark,
I actually fuck with Neil deGrasse Tyson podcast. I've been watching that every day.
What? Really?
Yeah.
It's
You hate
him,
that nigga.
It's him and another black dude.
I'm
It's
honest
good.
though. I'm objective. I don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson, even as I was watching.
Is it new?
No, it's not. He's been doing it for a
okay.
minute, but it's just like the
kinda
conversations that they having, dog. Like you can't,
I'm
even
gonna
if you
check that
hate that
shit
nigga,
out,
you
then.
gotta. Hey, I'll tuck my pride for
All right,
learning about the solar system.
Okay, cool.
Come
I'm going to
on,
watch
man.
that then.
Black
Okay.
holes, but
And
nah.
I think
And he has a comedian on there, and there's this Asian dude who's also like an acclaimed academic
Scientist or some
you know
shit
what I
like
mean?
that. Yeah.
And like he's got like a funny way of relaying information. It's a good ass show.
And I don't know. I got to watch the video. I just don't know, like, his overall point is that, like, are white people better? Like, is he ever going to say that?
No.
He doesn't say that, right?
Nah.
I think the overall point was the one to mainly highlight Mark Lamont Hill and
Yeah.
like this run that he's been on, just flaming niggas up.
And
You know what I'm saying? So
because-
that's the main
and
basis of it.
He's
Because
on
who
Joe
is-
Budden, which is, like, probably the biggest black podcast.
That's what he goes on to say.
Yeah,
So
it
when you-
100% is.
So when you think of black podcasters, you think of Joe Budden, and anything that's around him is probably highlighted and exaggerated. So, you know, Mark Lamont is going to look that fucking good.
I don't. Wait, what? What are you saying though?
He's saying that Mark Lamont Hill is a big fish in a small pond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
For sure. But he's also a big fish in big ponds too.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah.
And like even before Joe Budden,
It just
but
looks
it's still
even crazier.
Mark Lamont on Joe Budden, he's gonna look very fucking.
But you're proving his point overall and
Exactly.
saying that like Mark Lamont Hill being not even kind of intellectual, but like because I feel like when we talk about his intelligence,
Yes.
it almost gets deified
Yes.
to where it's
It
like
does.
we're
It does,
saying he's
yeah.
a genius. We're not saying he's a genius, but he does more research than most niggas
He has-
who just sit down and get microphones and talk.
Yeah.
So just
For a good convo.
just innately, the fact that that's happening more often than not, or you know what I'm trying to say.
and
Right.
wisdom too. Mark Lamont has lived a life, and it's like I don't know where I heard this quote, but it was like wisdom is like knowledge plus application, and like you can literally see that with Mark every time he talks. It's like he knows what he's talking about. He's pulling from different like real sources and shit.
I saw this one quote. It was like, wisdom is when your brain is your friend.
I like mine's better.
I like mine better. And you know, I actually, I gave it to, so we got somebody real quick. We got somebody at our job going through a little divorce, right?
That's what it is.
I didn't tell you.
Oh,
Nigga, his girl don't want him. But he going through a little divorce.
He's going through it. Though.
And like, it's weird because like one day he came
Oh
up to
my
me
God.
and I was like, yo, what so-and-so, how you doing?
He
was
don't got
like,
nothing to lose,
He was
though.
like, yo, I'm fucking, I'm all right, man. I'm just going through something. And he said it with the tone of like, I want to talk to you and tell you what's going on, but I also don't want to just dump.
Right,
And
right.
And I gave him the energy of like, yo, my nigga, I'm fucking just waking up. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, too
give me
much
some
right
time.
now.
Yeah.
So then he came to me another day, right?
Yeah.
He came up and he finally just dropped it on me. Like before I could even say hello or anything, he was just like, yo, I'm going through this. And I was like, he kept telling me about how he's been up all night, his brain is tormenting him. I hit him. I was like, yo, dude, wisdom is when your brain becomes your best friend. And he was like, wiped his tears and shit. He was
Are
like,
you serious?
It's like, that's real shit. And then he went on about his day.
You got free tears off that because he's already fucked up.
It was 6 a.m., dog. Yeah. Come on, I was crying. I'm not even going through a divorce.
He slept for 5 fucking weeks. He's been going through a divorce.
He's been going through it.
That
dog.
is some real shit. But
That's a better quote.
You know, just bringing up, Mark and his wisdom and whatnot. Mark he's smart, but
yeah, to what I was saying,
though, his intelligence being deified, we have to like Mark is smart in a lot of different areas.
We got to bring this nigga down.
To his level.
No, not to my level, but
the sped class.
Maybe we have to try to shoot him down just to see if we can. You know what I mean? Just to see if it's real.
So his intelligence is making you feel questionable about your position.
No, I'm just saying it's like
that's what it sounds like.
We have to take care of our own. We have to check our own. We have to make sure our own is in balance. Or he could go on Piers Morgan and lose it.
Now, to FD Signifier's point, he's saying that's what's happening. Is Mark going into these spaces where niggas like Ish? I think he even says this. Ish is probably normally the smartest nigga in the room.
He does say that.
But that's an even smaller pond with an even smaller fish. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's finally being challenged by somebody who does who has intellectual integrity.
Extensive research. Yes, and
intellectual integrity. Like it's not this isn't a feeling that I'm justifying. Like I'm trying to look at empirical data and really draw a conclusion that's,
and draw some
realistic.
nuance.
But why do you think black people, in terms of podcasting, why do you think black people are so unreceptive to knowledge like this, though?
I don't think black people are unreceptive.
I do.
It's just having a hard time getting his muffin cracked for the first time. And that's because he's normally a muffin cracker. And, most people can dish it but can't take it.
Wait.
That's human nature.
Say that one more time.
The muffin cracking thing?
Nah.
Why do you think black people... I don't think
Why do you think they're not receptive to new information?
To new information or intellectual information. I don't think it's that prevalent in the black podcasting space or media spaces because niggas don't want to hear it.
Who said that they're not as receptive? Is that an argument one of us made or the FD's making?
It's just a thing.
Yeah, but it is also something that was said in the video to where he was saying that most of the time the push away that he's getting is what Ish is displaying. Ish is displaying a typical reaction where it's I don't even want to hear you talk or finish your statements. Mm-hmm. But he was also bigging up the other people on the podcast that are okay with sitting back and letting Mark talk and educate.
Learning.
Yeah. But Ish is stank face, which Joe does go into that. We'll go into that in the next subject where Joe just kind of had to check that nigga bro, you've been grumpy. You've been grumpy as a motherfucker these last couple weeks.
That's grumpy. Yo.
And that's the typical, I feel like that's the typical reaction. And that's what FD was saying. It's just displaying what would typically happen when that knowledge is brought into a space of people that don't want to learn.
Yes. People who are pseudo-intellectuals, to make it more specific.
Right.
Because the pseudo-intellectuals are normally never challenged by niggas who know enough to know they know nothing.
Exactly.
Mark 𝙗𝚃 is finally... Yo, they literally had a moment where the nigga tried to debate him on a book that he just wrote about the same subject.
Oh,
that's literally the most blatant...
Yeah.
You would think that's a sketch. That's just a cartoon drawing to exemplify it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And
it's perfect.
Man... I don't know.
Crack his muffin. Go ahead.
Has Ish, what is smart? Has Ish ever really been smart? He's just been the smartest on the JBP?
Well, he graduated from an HBCU, unlike you.
One of the top ones.
He has successful...
Is that better than A&T?
I don't know. I didn't go to college.
They don't have 𝐺𝚅. So fuck him.
Less distractions. He's probably smarter than you. And
wow,
he got into the real estate game.
Summing up 𝐺𝚅, the homecoming celebration, to the education standards.
That's why he's stupid.
That's a problem.
Not necessarily.
That's a problem. That's what I heard.
No, you thought throwing ass equated to intellect?
You said
is
maybe,
it better?
And I said they don't have a 𝐺𝚅. I'm not talking about education.
And then you did this.
First of all, STEM school.
Mm-hmm. He hit you with the gotcha. Fuck out of here, nigga.
STEM school.
Send it right back.
STEM school.
It's
STEM.
Science. But aren't all schools STEM now?
No.
Unless it's a Catholic or a private school who don't have STEM.
I feel like those are the first ones to get STEM.
No, nigga.
I don't know shit about this.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, you just spelled.
I'm about to argue.
Niggas just spelled nothing.
I know nothing.
No, to answer your question, no, we shouldn't listen to pseudo intellectuals, nigga.
Like you.
But
I'm not a pseudo intellectual. I'm a real intellectual. I do the research.
That's not even how you normally talk.
And you're okay. You're okay with being wrong. I
don't give a fuck.
You take being wrong, okay, better than Ish.
Take it better than everybody.
Way better
here.
than Ish.
Take it fine.
You do say certain shit with blind certainty though, which I
for
think
sure.
gets in the way of your intelligence points. Like just the
Everybody
fact,
does, though.
but nah, he's worse.
And
No,
that's
I'm not.
I think he's the worst.
No, I don't think so.
we're
I
all
think-
we're all
we're
a
all
little
pretty bad.
pseudo intellectual. But that's the thing though, like we don't take ourselves too seriously, and we
Yeah.
also don't advocate.
Well, he is.
We also don't advocate for like critical thinking like Mark does. So
I do.
we're not going to be put on this. No, you don't. We're not going to be put.
Nigga, I love critical
I don't know if I
thinking.
can stay on that critical thinking line.
No, we don't like.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
That's a
like,
hard line
I feel
to
like we
stand
all
on.
appreciate original thoughts. You know, being able
No.
to work your way through logic.
Yes, but we be up here bullshitting.
You be up here bullshitting.
You be up here bullshitting.
There's comments talking
don't try
about
to
your
put us-
There's comments
intelligence.
trying to defend me.
There's comments talking about your
There's
dumbass.
a
Stop and back
comment.
it. I
There
remember
is
his name.
a comment trying to defend you.
Exactly.
And-
you can't even count.
I'm half and half, baby.
Now you're 2 for 3.
Come
You're
on.
2 for 1.
No,
Come on,
nigga, you're
baby.
literally 24 and 1, dog.
I'm half and half, nigga.
Or 1 and 24.
Half and half, nigga. I'm shining. But nah, I think that
You look how he trying to push his thought process about this shit on us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Pseudo intellectuals, dog. That's why we need a Mark Lamont Hill, maybe a Tone Groove, occasionally an F-Mac when he, does his research.
Black podcasters don't have a problem with like hearing information, but
He should have put Olay and Friends up there.
yes,
That was crazy.
Potty mouth.
Olay and Friends for sure. I don't know if Potty Mouth podcast is like. Well, no, that would go again. He was naming like the intellectual one.
the intellectual.
Potty mouth.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Dom.
Potty
He
mouth.
It's a
intellectual.
different
Shout out to
brand.
Dom still.
Yeah,
It's a
he
different brand
intellectual.
though. Yeah.
You got to see E4 cook. E4 pull out that thesaurus.
The thesaurus.
Said them shits in Spanish.
But nah, I do think if what I'm guessing he's about to go into just mark his presence being on the JBP, it is very important.
It's good for the black community.
Because motherfuckers probably don't even think like knowing shit is important. You know what I mean? Like knowing how to rebuttal information. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
it's certain shit.
Just, on the street, at the street level.
Street level. It's like, oh shit, this nigga Mark really be knowing shit. I need to step up. That should be real.
Or he's willing to admit that he doesn't know something, which is even more important.
Yes.
Because a lot of niggas have blind certainty and die on hills that they don't even know how they got on top of.
Exactly. Which is okay if you know how to survive the burn that comes with being on top of that hill. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what makes you stubborn, though. That's what makes you ignorant.
That was
You're
wrong.
the problem.
That was wrong. That was bad.
He's literally the problem.
But
He
it
was
all
the problem.
depends.
You're the problem. in
It just
this.
all depends on how you play your cards.
You're everything wrong.
No,
You're
it's
everything
not.
wrong with black podcasts. One nigga.
I'm not.
He can't talk. He don't listen.
I'm not.
He said,
Don't take
it's
any
okay
information.
if you can take that heat when you're up there and you wrong, though. It's okay to just keep
You
going.
gotta stand your ground.
If you alive, it's all right to get burnt, man.
You are
alive.
you're the problem.
Hey,
You're the
man.
problem. You're the problem with black customer service.
Yes.
And black
What?
podcast.
I'm with you now.
Whoa.
You're the issue.
I'm the issue.
Yeah, Jay fucking
Black
Noblez.
customer service and black podcasting. You're okay with subpar presentation every time.
Beckett's on my side.
Beckett?
Beckett.
That's crazy.
You
That's
might not
his
even
name.
be pronouncing his name right.
It probably
It's
is.
probably Bake It.
Yeah, it probably
Bake It.
is.
Or Bake Tea.
Big T. Hey,
Bake Tea.
nah, man.
But are we
what-
going to watch some more of this FD?
You love FD.
Love is a strong word. I appreciate FD Signifier.
And
I
we-
watch his content, and I don't always agree with everything he says, but I appreciate the amount of research that he does. Because even if I disagree with the nigga, I can still learn about what he's talking about. And not just his formulation of what's happening.
Now, I will say, people that usually make videos about intellectual or like being an intellectual, they sometimes can fall under the bracket of pseudo intellectual.
But
Like,
you don't
just
watch
because-
FD though.
I don't, and
Because
that's
he
why I'm
doesn't even
saying-
talk about, like, if you go to his page, his main page right now,
Yeah.
he's talking about shit like Diddy, like the Deion Sanders situation.
Okay.
Like, it's
There's a
not.
B-side, so just search FD Signifier because this is another channel he pimping off of.
And there are times where, like, he does go deep in on some, like, real, like,
Yeah.
like, police. the police industry, fuck it, for lack of a better term. Or what happened with the last election and shit, like.
Okay.
And he even made a video on Hotep niggas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he goes through the research of like what it means to be a Hotep, how that first became a term. He even did the Diddy thing. Like it's not just, it's intellectual shit, but it's not for the purpose of being intellectual.
Okay.
It's just his approach.
Okay. I've said maybe. I never watched the nigga. Like, I don't watch FD.
Talk about the Drake Kendrick beef.
I don't know why I don't watch FD. I feel like my algorithm, I've seen his videos. I should have just naturally, like, I don't know why.
What got me was like months ago when he made the video about Dave Chappelle. And like, you know, because Dave Chappelle, he had a couple specials in a row where he was talking about the alphabet people, is what he called them.
Yeah.
And like, you know, FD Signifier had an opinion on that. But he's the one that got me to watch Bamboozle. And that's why I told you about that shit, because he made a video on it.
I wonder if that was that might have been the first video I've seen of FD too.
The Bamboozle one?
No, the Dave Chappelle one.
Yo, he also...
I'm trying to think if there's something else that I saw that was like, that made me want to watch his channel for the first time.
He also made a good video about like the hidden black conservatism. And he used like Jay-Z, Bill Cosby, and I think Louis
Farrakhan.
Minister yeah, that video right there, Minister
Farrakhan.
Farrakhan, as an example of like, you know, how
conservatives,
blacks hold up some conservative values, and it's kind of like under the rug a little bit. Like, you don't look at Hove and go, man, that nigga a capitalist or a conservative.
Yeah.
You just look at Hove, it's like, yo, he from Marcy, son.
Yeah.
Put himself by his bootstraps, selling crack.
Or, yeah. I just seen Snoop Dogg. He was recently on The Breakfast Club, and we're going to get back to FD, you know. But Snoop Dogg, he was recently on The Breakfast Club, and every time I see him now, I just think about when you had said like, bro, Snoop Dogg is a grimy nigga. Like,
I didn't say grimy. I said wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy.
Different. It's a little different.
You did say you didn't fuck with that nigga at all.
This nigga said.
You.
Snoop Dogg.
Okay, you're officially a pseudo-intellectual. I'm the last smart guy left.
Snoop Dogg was like,
nigga.
hey man, I don't represent the Republican Party. I don't represent the Democratic Party. I represent the Gangster Party.
Am I wrong?
What? Swear to God that he said that.
Just recently?
Just recently. He was like, I represent the Gangster Party, man. I don't know about this other stuff. I just, you know, I did my thing with the Republicans because that's what Snoop Dogg would, you know.
I like Snoop Dogg. I still think he's cool. I would still smoke with this nigga. But I got older and realized that he's a both sides of the coin kind of guy. And I think it's of course to protect his public image because he sells a lot of commercials.
He sells everything.
He has a lot of products. So you can't really choose a side. But it's something blatant about how Snoop Dogg does it. It's something that's like he's like Jay Nobles in the sense of where like you'll go far left and then far right. And then, like, you kind of appear center because you all over the place, but you all over the place. And I think it's okay to note that the nigga's all over the place.
Well, Snoop Dogg doesn't seem all over the place. Like,
I don't even think he smokes weed anymore.
I don't even think he cares.
Damn, bro.
I think he's fake smoking weed, dog.
Snoop Dogg, no, he smokes weed. Snoop Dogg doesn't even care.
He fall for propaganda.
I'm nuanced. Snoop Dogg doesn't even care about the nuance of, like, his position. He just doesn't care. Like, I just think genuinely, okay, this check is coming from here. Fuck it. So I got to perform. It's what I do.
Nigga, he wakes up and tries to exude nuance.
When you're one of the biggest billboards in the world, it's kind of hard to
You're not a person anymore.
It's hard to...
When you're one of the biggest billboards in the world, you're not a person anymore.
You're not a person anymore.
There's something that like you can't be you and sell everything. Like it's happening with Kevin Hart.
And you can't adhere to everybody's feelings,
and you can't even be honest to your own feelings because you might piss somebody off.
Yeah.
I think it's happening with Kevin Hart too. Every time I turn something on, Kevin Hart is selling me some shit.
I like that though.
It's cool because I like Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You know, I like when my guys that I like get money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good positive energy.
Yeah.
But there is something about what's the word? Commoditizing yourself.
Commoditizing.
I can't trust your pronunciation of it, nigga. F-Mac.
Commoditizing.
When you make yourself a commodity, let's not try to sound smarter than we are.
Yeah.
When you make yourself a commodity, you lose some kind of humanity, I feel like, nigga.
Oh yeah, nah, that's
it's not the same.
And you know, like just to wrap this up a little bit, and that's part of the problem with commoditizing your art.
I thought we figured it out.
I don't know, but put it in the comments. I'll say just because, you know, it's 70% anyway.
Yeah, you 70% anyway. You probably.
But when you have to commoditize your art, it takes away from like the childlike nature that you started with. You know what I mean? Because you're like slutting yourself out.
Be a kid again, nigga.
But
But overall with FD and Mark Lamont Hill, we can should we skip a little bit forward?
Yeah, we can.
And being that Mark Lamont has been in the podcasting space for not even a year, right?
It's been a hot couple of months, right?
He's been in the podcast space for years. It's just.
But in terms of the Joe, you mean specifically on Joe Budden's roster?
Joe Budden is the podcast space.
6 months.
Yeah.
All that other shit before, it doesn't mean nothing. Let's be honest.
All that said, I don't want to pick on Ish too much because I think in this case he's maybe being treated a bit unfairly by the audience because of how he comes off. And it's important to recognize that Ish is a successful businessman and real estate person before the Budden Podcast. He's not like a pure barbershop philosopher just saying dumb shit out of his ass. He at least has reason to see himself as an intellectual and as a successful and forward-thinking man. For I understand, he was in corporate America before he got into real estate. I believe he has a degree from Morgan State University, which is a top tier HBCU, probably top 5 among HBCUs. And I can tell you as an HBCU grad that like any university, there's a chance that someone gets their degree without becoming all that knowledgeable. They may know things, but knowing things doesn't necessarily make you an intellectual. Being an intellectual means also, along with like knowing stuff, is having critical thinking, doing real research, not just Wikipedia or YouTube or barbershop research, and most importantly, having reflexivity and self-reflection on your learning so that you're using essentially a scientific method towards your own attainment of knowledge versus saying,
I know this thing, and because I know this thing, I can use that knowledge to dominate a space or a conversation.
Even if that knowledge is outdated or incorrect. Quick sports analogy to make this make sense.
It takes an intellectual, nigga.
And like...
You got to thumb through books to even get to that level of understanding.
And even what he was talking about with like just having knowledge, I immediately thought of like niggas that talk about 48 Laws of Power and like, you know...
You?
I don't talk about that book, but...
You used to talk about that book.
You're lying.
You talk about 48 Laws of Pimpology all the time.
Jay, you
That's
definitely talk about that book.
Bro.
Pimpology. I'm talking about 48 Laws of Power.
You're not,
Pimpology
you're not
is
intellectually flexible.
Whoa.
You're not intellectually flexible.
Intellectually,
yeah, it's contagious, nigga.
But-
What the fuck? Your lack
You
of
didn't hear
degrees
that,
is repping off of me.
But
Yeah, I heard it, yeah.
he
Yeah, AJ, your turn's coming soon. Wait till we gotta read something, nigga.
Yeah, nah.
I can't read today. It's over with.
You can't read any day.
Some days I'm really good. Today's not it.
Yeah, I think it depends how much fog is on your lenses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but what the fuck is you about to say, nigga?
I was just about to say, like, niggas that talk about 48 Laws of Power, a lot of them be like pseudo-intellectuals. Like, you'll read a fucking rule and like think that you can just apply that without like the years and kind of like experience that takes to really understand why that rule is a rule.
Most niggas read the book and don't read like the little sidebar that explains why and how and where. They just read the rule and it's like, be an asshole today. I bet.
Now, 48 Laws of Pimpology, that's by Pimp and Ken, and that's what they was talking about.
That's a little bit
about
more
that
fleshed
book.
out. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more fleshed out.
Oh my God.
But shit. I was about to say.
I was gonna get over to Joe Budden just getting sick of this nigga Ish.
Word. Yeah. Because I want to hear his opinion on Mark though, and like, does he say how smart
he goes into like the difference between Mark
30 minutes.
and other motherfuckers?
It's over with.
See, but you should start watching FD, dog. Sounds like you know your heart's in it a little
It's
bit.
over with on this topic.
Your curiosity's peaked, nigga. Yeah.
Because what are we at right now?
I love FD.
123.
Oh yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, no, shout out FD. You know, we gotta do some research on some other shit, nigga. We gotta stay intellectually flexible.
Yeah, nah. But
Gay? You ready?
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Evan.
We're
Every
day.
club.
And we're turning the living room into a beach.
Hard part is gonna be spreading it all out.
Living life not in corporate America.
We're bringing reality TV to YouTube. We're the lower class Kardashians.
We'll say we're high class. We're gonna manifest. Don't you love ya?
Come with us. It's gonna be scary.
You okay? Holy sh!
It's gonna be interesting. You don't know where you're
Come on,
taking
this
me
is
to
the
yet.
wrong way.
It's gonna be fun.
Ryan!
That was good.
Oh, that's what we wanted right there.
Join us. It's going to be a good time.
After the weeks of Mark Lamont Hill intellectually
Yes, I love it.
But you know what's crazy? It's like knowing that you're stupid now, it puts pressure on us.
No,
Like, we got to be better.
I fuck up on words that I should fuck up on. Fuentes, whoever. Who cares about his name?
No, that's
Y'all
not
are
true
messing
at
up
all.
on intellectual. That is sad.
Say something impressive now.
Like a big word.
Get something.
This is sick. Joe Budden finally, after weeks,
He just saved your flight,
Mark
buddy.
Lamont Hill intellectually destroying Ish and just kind of re-ranking him in terms of who's the best on the JBP.
Mm-hmm.
The comments have been getting to Ish, and he's noticed, and we've all noticed a serious decrease in energy. He's a lot more grumpier. What do you say it? Aggie. He's displaying a lot more Aggie traits.
He's a vibe killer.
And Joe, yeah, that's the best way to put it. He's a vibe killer. Joe's sick of it and calls him out for being a fucking grouch.
A bad apple.
He's a grouch. So we'll listen to a little bit of this.
And how much
validity?
Not validity. Like, how serious was Joe taking this? Was this like a moment to just have
Pretty
some fun?
seriously.
He's serious.
Okay.
Pretty
He's serious.
seriously.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's almost
Because at first it was jokes, and then it's like, no, nigga, you're really fucking the vibe.
That's what I'm saying. It started off light,
Yes.
but then all good jokes have a slither of truth right in the middle of them bitches.
Well, it's like Ish is a very like no type of guy.
Yeah.
So even
To
when
where,
you're even when you're telling him something that's actually real and that's not even a big
You got
deal,
examples and everything.
he's like that can irritate a motherfucker. Like, yo, Ish, like you're doing it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm literally just trying to get this off.
Yeah.
Present facts, and you still on that bullshit.
But I kind of get where Joe coming from, I guess.
Let's hit it.
When you have your name on your shirt, I think that says something about your IQ.
Ish. No, it's several things, but I mean, yo, my point.
Are you talking about that Ish?
No, it's several things, but I mean, yo, my point. I was just addressing your point.
Fuck Simon, nigga.
You
talking about fuck Simon, nigga.
You doing nigga that DM
It's
you.
talking. Let me ask you a question. Is it?
It's not the ish segment. We're not gonna turn this into the ish
I'm
segment.
not making it about you. I'm
We
just-
all having a conversation if niggas want to
But
have a
it's
conversation.
when people you're talking, so exactly. What you just
When
said.
people call you,
That's no big deal. I'll ask somebody else.
Why are you such a grump?
Hit pause. See, he's sick of him.
I would have got on Ish ass too, though.
He's sick of him
He's
because
using like
now,
preemptive measures.
now I can't even talk to you just because I've bested you in a couple debates that we've had that have gone viral.
You're still
I can't
sore.
even you're still a sore loser over. I can't even be like, yo, Jay, like, yo, what was how do you feel about this? Like,
You gotta-
this ain't no ish conversation, nigga. Like, don't be trying to single me out.
You gotta let it go after. Like, we've had debates, we've had arguments.
You have to let it
But
go.
it always rolls right off the shoulders after it's time to leave.
You have.
But every debate conversation that they have just gets impressed in his brain.
Yeah.
And it's a sore spot for Mark now.
No, for Ish, you mean.
No, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about from Ish's perspective. There's a sore spot in his brain for Mark.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
To where
for sure.
he start kind of challenging you, you get a migraine.
And
Yeah,
Ish
yeah.
has been reading the comments.
The comments is whooping ass.
He's
right
been
now.
reading the comments, and that's the thing, right? Like, you have to have a certain level of like dissonance. Like, what would you say? Cognitive dissonance when it comes to certain shit.
Don't take my smart shit and use it
I've
for your
said
own
it.
good.
You just repeated it from me, nigga.
You didn't
You
butcher
just
that word.
asked
You
me
got
for
that word.
help.
I can spell, say, do everything, a lot of things better than
60%
y'all.
of the time. What? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
Patreon, watch it.
You're the second best reader, which is something. But
Third
you're
best
going up against a
puncher.
nigga with a stutter.
I'm the best reader.
Third
I'm a
best
better
puncher.
reader than you. F-Mac, you're unbiased party. Who's the better reader in here? When it's time to read some shit aloud.
AJ's better,
It's tone.
but not marginally.
AJ's better than who?
You.
You're fucking crazy.
Reading?
Yeah.
I think it's tone.
Tone's the best reading.
I'm
Right.
the best
It's not even
reader, dog.
close.
Come
You're
on.
not the best reader.
Come
you,
on, dog.
You just
He
stumbled.
literally is not even close.
You-
I'm not perfect, but I'm better than y'all.
Nah, that's
If
not
it's
how it
on,
is.
if I'm on though.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck
But
that.
when I'm off, it's fuck.
I'm
Just took
on,
tone,
I'm
butchers
on
words
more
every time.
consistently,
But
dog.
look,
Yeah, pretty
the
much.
point
For
is,
sure.
Be a
the point
hater.
is,
Yeah, bring us in.
Yeah.
What's the point?
the
Third smartest nigga.
the
Get us
main-
back on track.
I will. The group leader will. The main point is that Ish just needs to like really put on his big boy pants and learn how to take criticism well and learn how to be the butt. Like
the joke.
You gotta know
Ish-
how to be the ass.
Ish, he's light skinned. And it's almost like
let's get to it.
And it almost like
And you hate to bring it down, but at a certain point,
it's almost like he hasn't figured out how to be light skinned. Like at 50 years old, he hasn't figured out that like that's just the thing that comes with being light skinned. You're gonna have people.
He high yellow too. Like Joe is light skinned too, but he high yellow.
Yeah, he high yellow. Even have you heard Michael Beasley's approach to being light skinned?
No.
He does. If somebody calls him light skinned, he's like, nah, nigga, I'm just dark. The light is bright.
Yeah.
Like he there's a cognitive dissonance that he has between him and his melanated shade.
What is it?
It's a cognitive dissonance.
Okay.
You know, I could do you one better.
I just didn't hear the infinitive at the end.
But I could do you one better. But I don't want to fuck up your brain.
I just want to make sure.
Come on, nigga. You know I had the infinitive.
But yo, something is wrong with Ish. I love it though.
It's a disassociation.
It makes for good podcasting.
But
if he participates, because with it seeming like that is skewing him just like waving the white flag immediately.
Right.
To where we don't even get the entertainment value that would actually happen from the conversation.
Like I can't say certain things that like I just believe and also cry when like
Somebody
y'all niggas are
responds
coming
to it.
at me. You know what I'm saying? That
Or
just
just
looks
challenge
stupid.
it a
You
little
can't
bit.
put
Just
something
challenge
on
me.
the table and have us not like, what the fuck is that?
That just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
That's
What we
not
was talking-
intellectually honest.
Real quick.
Especially when your podcast has 7 niggas on it. It's a lot of opinions that could come from any direction. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
to
saying?
where
There's a lot of
somebody's-
people in that
somebody's
room.
gonna disagree with you, dog. Like, you're not the smartest person in the
If it
world.
was just 2 people, you got a much better chance of everybody agreeing.
Mhm.
But you got too many people, man.
Yeah.
And then Ish, man, you just gotta duck and weave, man. Throw some punches back or something. But yeah.
But I think when some people feel inferior, they handle that in different ways. Like,
and you think he feels
like
inferior?
we on the Patreon, we watched Denzel Washington die.
The comments are getting to him. Because we in the comments, not me, I'm not a comment leaver, we're a content creator. So
Yeah.
we're just verbally saying, yeah, he's getting his ass whooped intellectually and debate-wise.
Muffin split.
Yeah, cracked every week. Like
Wedged.
Mark has made a new type of muffin just to crack. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I put raisins
Yeah,
in this
like
one.
yeah, I didn't even
One
know.
that's crunchy.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know a muffin could be cracked
It
this many different
crumbles.
ways. You know what I'm saying? So
Whoa.
like,
Because we was on the line and I was like, somebody gonna touch it. Yeah. It was him.
so yeah, content like ours, the comments.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for that nigga. Yeah, that eat a nigga away. You know what I'm saying?
And we are, we're not jumping on his grave, but we're having fun with it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely having fun with
Definitely
it.
having fun
So
with
we're not coming from a position of learning.
But also, Ish is like 50 years old, dog. Like, I mean,
He's an old
That don't
dog.
mean shit.
You give too
like,
much slack to
but
50
I'm saying that
year
in
olds.
terms of like, we're not like dancing on his grave. We're having fun with
Oh,
it
yeah, we know,
because
we know.
he's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Like, if he was a 19-year-old boy, you know, it might be like, oh man, like the world's being hard on the little nigga, man. Like, come on,
Right,
man.
right,
But this is a 50-year-old nigga.
Yeah.
He's been successful in real estate. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. He's also not the underdog in this equation. Because you got to understand, he's been technically bullying niggas intellectually for a minute now.
Until he got here.
You
Yeah.
made yourself the antagonist.
Yeah.
Now we got this Beowulf coming through. He's on his hero's journey. He's like, nigga, I'm ethical.
Let's hear
I'm
more.
righteous. I'm researched.
All right, go
He's
back just a
slaying the
little
dragon.
bit just so we can hear Ish say this ain't no motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, nigga segment and this shit, and then he just snaps.
He's doing a nigga that
It's talking.
Let me ask you a question. Is it?
It's not the ish segment. We're not gonna turn this into the ish
I'm
segment.
not making it about you. I'm
We
just.
all having a conversation if niggas want to
But
have a
it's when
conversation.
people, you're talking, so
Exactly.
what you just
When
said.
people call you
All right,
the
go ahead. That's no big deal. I'll ask somebody else.
Why are you such a grump? Since we having a real talk, can you explain that?
I'm not grumpy.
Are you? Do you think that you've treated unfairly up here? Do you think that you treated a certain way that's against your man code or something? Like, why do you come up here in a place that's like for whatever this place is and be such a grump?
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Nigga, I could be having a laughy, jokey moment and you'll be like, yo, don't serious. Nigga, I'm far from grumpy. However, there are times that niggas do and say certain shit that everybody up here, for the most part, has been grumpy. Nigga, that's not isolated on me. Fuck is you talking about?
Do you think that that's
not isolated
Let me
on
just ask
me.
you a question, bro.
Do you think that the
It's
backlash?
not the ish segment.
Yes, it is. The backlash that you get online.
Yes, it is.
Wait, hold on, wait,
No, it's
stop,
not.
stop.
No, it's not.
Let me say this, Ish.
No, it's not. But we could go there.
Ish, wait.
I'm
Ish,
ready
You
for
have sat here for the past 3 weeks looking like grumpy stupid in the face.
No, I have not. That's not true. And
You
stop
are
reading.
grumpier.
Yo, you need to stop
I'm never
reading.
going to stop reading anything.
All right, well, cool.
It's the job to read
All right,
things.
cool. You're right.
What I'm saying to you is,
make your own assessment.
Maybe you don't know.
Make your own assessment.
You are grumpier.
Make your own assessment. Like I said, so again, nigga, I've had deaths in my family. I've had a lot of shit happening in my personal life that I come up here for. So, but anything that's going on up here, nigga, don't have nothing to do with me. I come up here, I talk about as many topics as I possibly can, and I give my all on these topics that we talking about. You sitting there reading the comments talking about I'm being grumpy in the face and I'm not. That's one. Number two, if we gonna really have conversations, let's have them. I think it's whack to have them on camera though. Cause then niggas not gonna really tell the truth. So I think that's corny, and I think it's but we can. I'm with it, bro.
Hey, listen,
we can't have them.
I thought this was fun.
Do what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to serious. Again, it's gonna be and it's gonna fall on me. I don't want to.
And that's the question I have to you. But the question I'm asking you is that do you think the backlash online is getting to you now?
Fam, no, I haven't even. Again, I got a brand new phone. I keep hearing about what's being said online. I don't give a fuck about that.
But is it getting to you a little bit?
It's not listening.
That was the craziest cop. I don't know what's going on online. I don't know what's going on online is because I have a brand new phone. Nigga, my logins are the same.
Your logins on the same. Not only that, but he mentioned earlier in his argument that Joe's reading the comments that are saying, like, he knows what the comments are saying enough to know that Joe was responding to.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like, you can't, what, you psychic, nigga?
Yeah.
You must really be a genius.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Yeah.
I have a new
Like, how
phone.
you know what the comments say, but you ain't reading?
Yeah.
Condolences to any family member that he might have lost over this time period.
Yeah.
Don't you also hate when you like trying to get to the bottom of some shit
And somebody bring up some dark shit.
gotta be like,
Yeah.
You had that fucking
can't
ace.
even, that's why.
That's what you had in your back pocket?
Yeah, the fuck, man.
Because the thing is, what makes it so powerful, you can't argue against it and be like, nigga, you lying.
Right.
Because that's
you're
rude.
a piece of shit.
You're
Yeah,
a piece of shit.
yeah,
So that's why it's like,
You can't tell a nigga to man up.
You just ask.
Now I have to wait for this. Now I have to wait for something similar like this to happen again.
Yes.
And go in. I have to because now
when you're just normal sad.
yeah, bro. Like fuck, man. And you really trying to work some shit out. Niggas, his aunt just died. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
Fuck.
think doing it on air wasn't the best place?
Okay. I mean,
Because there
it
is
depends on what.
there's always going to be a performative aspect when you're doing it, and that can like distract from the overall point of what you're talking about.
Well, I think it's two things. Yes, there is going to be a performative aspect when any sort of like real discussion is like worked out online, because you're just not going to want to look a certain way.
Yeah, you're going to want to save face.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Certain information probably can't be said, so
Right,
there's the
yeah.
lack of context, but
but then when you join, see that what makes their situation a little bit different is that they drop behind the scenes content now too. And even in the behind the scenes when they were arguing about flat earth and shit, it's like you don't even want to have that conversation. Cause like in that moment he was like, Mark, we could talk about this off camera. It's like, okay, so you want to hold any sort of exchanges with Mark off camera now. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to avoid the camera in general. If it comes to you and Mark going back and forth, that's unacceptable.
that
Because at
shows
this
a
point,
level of sensitivity.
Yeah, because why are we here at this point? Like, I'm literally paying you for behind the scenes content. I'm paying for your on the scenes content. And I came to the Joe Budden podcast. Our personal lives and a certain element of behind the scenes is just automatically written into these contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you went to I don't know, just a podcast that's like less formal and you just go there for the information. Like,
and you was getting
maybe
taped.
Candace Owens isn't showing us the meeting with her director. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
I'm
offer
going
and shit. Like there's this one podcast with this white lady. She was on the Breakfast Club recently. The Mel Gibbons shit. They do the whole podcast, and at the end they have like a blooper reel of like
behind the scenes,
her talking with the guests and like little funny moments before the pod.
Gotcha.
But even in that instance, and on the JBP with the behind the scenes content, it's not scripted, but it is sorted.
Right.
Because like
It's
if
not
motherfuckers
wide
was
open.
actually talking like, y'all cheated on my girl the other day. That's obviously not going in.
Right.
So there is a level of selection to what we see in that too.
But in the Joe Budden network world, that's part of the content.
That's what you signed up for.
That's what you sign up for.
But you don't think that there's something that Joe would take off? Like you start talking about cheating on your girl.
No. I do think
a
there's
new
I
drug
do,
you've tried.
for sure. I do think there's things he's taking off,
Tax evasion.
but also just like using the argument of like we have to talk about this on camera.
That is different.
That's one of the few places where it's like, man, this argument's a little bit weaker over here
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of what we're all conditioned to enjoy.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Podcast,
people are able to birth content and channel just off of shit that you niggas are saying behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can actually spark thoughts.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna
Yeah.
watch this and be like, either they're gonna agree with somebody, disagree, or have their own way of thinking about what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But still, it's something. It's fodder.
in the Joe Budden fan base, it is a rabid fan base. It's rabid. The fan base is rabid. Like, it's really like
Foaming
that.
at the mouth.
Most people don't have communities like that where you can like prosper off of talking about this one person or these individuals that this one person brings into his world. You
There
know what I
aren't
mean?
a lot of cults.
This is a real cult.
There aren't a lot of black cults either, which is even cooler.
That's probably the biggest thing to say because there's probably a decent amount of cults, but black cults. Yeah, he got a real one.
Yeah, he got a real one.
Yeah, he got a real one.
A solid one.
It's
Yo,
a couple of them, though. You
shout
got
out to
Shepherds.
a viewer that I had bought some pharmaceuticals from. Of course, I'm not gonna say your name because you know pharmaceuticals.
He's Mexican.
But literally, when I pulled up on him and was copping, he was listening to JBP.
Damn.
I was like, nigga, I should be doing this. I got an episode recording about 2 days.
Right.
He was listening.
Yeah, he was listening to JBP when I hopped in. I was like, yo, what's up, nigga? Shout out to him though.
That's fucking. That's
the pharmaceuticals were perfect.
Now,
Was it
why,
somebody from our comments?
Why was he listening?
Yeah, somebody who watched the show.
Damn, that's crazy.
I literally I had no idea who he was, but he
We have
DM'd.
gotten free drugs from this show before.
Well, I paid for these. I did good
Oh,
business.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
actually, he gave me a free sample of some shit.
Yeah.
And we have to hit up the lemonade.
Grown folks lemonade.
Grown folks lemonade.
Grown folks lemonade.
Yeah, how is
because
You couldn't
and-
pronounce lemonade.
And it's hot. So we like really
Now
have
is the
to-
time for
we,
real.
We might need to like hit him up like, yo, we can like make some
Yeah,
money
because
together.
That was a good
I
episode,
want to
too.
shoot a
Yeah.
I want to shoot a full commercial for that.
We
too.
have to.
For grown folks.
Can you send us some grown folks lemonade? I'll DM you as well.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot like a real ad for y'all.
And like we be around, like we could really sling some lemonade, nigga,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
these times.
Hey,
It's
yo,
89 degrees today.
Send us a couple cases of that cold press. We got you.
But
Yeah,
nah,
Birdman
for real.
hands. Yep. But were we done with this?
Is it anybody's
remember, but I do
responsibility?
like-
I don't remember where we
But
left
like,
off.
is it-
I started seeing green.
Is there anybody's responsibility on the show you feel like? You know what I mean?
For to do.
Like if they're not trying to stop the narrative, does that mean it's kind of true?
Oh no, you can't
Or
stop a
is
narrative.
this strictly Ish's fault?
You don't.
And
you
like the
can't.
arguments he chooses to have.
You can't stop.
You
the
can't
narrative.
stop a narrative. It depends on what it is. Like one time, I'm not gonna get into the specifics because I don't even like want to put that shit out there. But there was somebody in the comments saying something about you that was
Yeah.
just stupid. So I hopped in. And I was like, no, you got the wrong nigga.
Yeah.
It was essentially like running defense for that because it's like that's some shit that is. You can't just let that rest. But anything
That was
else,
recently, right?
2-3 episodes ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Anything else is like frivolous shit.
Okay.
Like calling you stupid is different.
Yeah, that's-
I agree.
yeah.
But what them niggas are saying, I was like, oh fuck that.
Yeah, nah.
Hell no.
I'll definitely.
Well,
and-
the problem is we have to see the narrative won't stop until we see Ish engage with Mark like a nigga he doesn't hate. And like, you know what I mean?
Which takes
Which is going to take some time.
intelligence.
And it's going to take, because it's like
Real intelligence.
literally the moment that they can have a conversation and he doesn't do, just say I'm right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know,
he has to be
ooh.
able to get through like one clean, just good one where we're like, we're solid.
You know what it's gonna take?
Solid.
Them agreeing on something that the whole room disapproves of.
That's true. And then they
Yeah.
can
Like
can
them
tag team.
linking minds,
Yeah, it's gonna be one of
combining
those.
textbooks.
I don't know
and
what
shit.
that subject would be about.
'Cause it's
That would
not gonna be a-
crazy.
it's not gonna be about women.
like LGBTQ rights. It's not
What
gonna
is
be
it?
about
Not.
women. It'll probably be about something that's literally hiding in plain sight.
It is that we don't.
Like black male pattern baldness. Or like it's something just stupid.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
like
yeah.
something just
Sports.
What Beijing
I
brand
don't
is
think
the best?
sport, I don't think sports will be enough.
It's not intelligent enough.
It's not. It's not. It's got to be something that they believe in their core.
Yeah, and that like that Mark researched and that Ish
Antoine
feels.
and Ish feels.
And Ish
yeah,
feels.
yeah.
And once you combine them,
Oh my
the
God.
knowledge with the emotional expression.
Drop in the
they're
comments
over.
what y'all think that actually is. That is going to be like.
It would be
It's a good question for
Yeah,
office hours.
yeah.
If you don't have just a regular office hours question, let us know what subject you think these two intellectuals can agree on.
It would have to be about relationships.
Lowering the rims in the
But
WNBA.
it would have to be something so specific to where like it's somehow defending the woman, but also making her accountable so that Ish can feel value.
Everybody
You know what I'm
eats.
saying? It has to be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I get what you
specific
mean.
Situation.
That dude Ray was just up there, and he said that he called out 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. It's not enough just to have a conversation or a topic about it.
I was
but
about to put it in the notes.
Yeah, that dude Ray was up there. Ray is so animated.
In a good way
Everywhere.
or a bad way?
I think in a good way.
In the music industry.
Because some animation,
Yes, in the music industry way. Yeah, in the music industry way.
like in a creepy way.
Well,
no, he doesn't feel like he doesn't come off creepy to me.
Word.
Just
yeah,
always ready.
Yes, yeah.
Just always
Like
ready.
he operates well off 2 hours of sleep.
Like
Absolutely.
nigga, the next Michael Jackson could walk in while he's doing the JBP. He has to be ready. Like he's just always
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Like he's just waiting on that $1 billion call.
He's always waiting.
Yeah.
He's cool though. I've seen him talk.
Yeah, and I've seen his podcast.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Ray Daniels.
Ray
I
Daniels?
can't remember what his
The
podcast.
Ray Daniels show?
I don't think it's. I
And
can't
he
remember
was-
what his podcast is
And
called.
he was
but-
actually trying to shoot at Mark though. We might have to play because he was talking about how he was confused at why Mark
Mark B
always takes the
defend-
stance.
Oh, look at F-Mac. He
and
owned
like
it.
the defense of women. And he was like, "Yo, I just want to know that Mark, like, no disrespect, but I'm genuinely curious." Mark responded like how he should, like, "Well, did you see the whole clip? Probably not, because you're here right now. Like, you can ask me about it.
Yeah.
But as I'm saying it, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, he just got born. I yawned.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Congratulations.
But shout out Ish.
Yeah, we'll go to that.
I think there's hope for you still, brother.
Yeah, but I know it's gonna. I know it's gonna. Yeah, that's his podcast. What's the name of that?
That's debatable.
That's debatable. Okay. Yeah.
So he's antagonistic.
Oh no, the Culture Report.
Nigga's a
Oh, wait.
contrarian.
2 podcasts. 60 episodes on the Culture Report, 26 on That's Debatable.
Maybe it's the Culture Report then.
Can
That's
you
the
zoom in
one
on that
I've
lovely
seen.
lady in that thumbnail right there?
You like that?
I'm trying to see. Nah.
That's his guilty pleasure.
She look better zoomed out. Yeah, put that bitch in the smallest pixels possible.
All right, let's go over to this. Fat Joe and Jada Kiss have started a new podcast. In the midst of them starting their new podcast, Fat Joe took some shots at Joe Budden to get his shit hot.
And said some real crazy shit in a whole other clip that had Jadakiss stunned.
But let's
It was
start
like the
at,
biggest Ayo.
Yeah, but let's start at the glizzy thing.
Yeah, that glizzy shit was crazy.
Let's start at just going to the YouTube channel, I'm assuming, because that's Twitter. But let's find the actual podcast.
Just click on my video underneath. That first, yeah.
Oh, that one? Oh, that is on YouTube. Okay, cool.
Oh, see who got
Yo,
the
I
better
haven't watched
research.
it. I haven't watched this shit, yo.
Joe and Jada, subscribe. All right.
I feel like Jada and Joe reigns a little better. Joe and Jada?
I didn't know
Jada and Joe.
I didn't know
should be
these
first.
two were-
Joe's the OG. I think. But
Who gets more respect? Jada.
Who got more hits?
Jada.
Who got more bars?
Jada.
Who got more respect?
Jada.
Who got more armed robberies?
there we go.
Jada.
Now speak on his piece.
Ooh,
Who
you
get
know
more
what?
bitches
Are
saying?
we
Who got
roping,
more?
are we roping terror squad activities with Fat Joe? Because there might be.
Because we talking about Big Pun.
I'm just talking about terror squad activities. I heard they were very active. So if we putting all those robberies up underneath Fat Joe, he might have him in that category. You see what I'm saying?
That's how the feds work. They put you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a RICO.
Exactly what I'm saying. I'm okay with wrapping all that shit together.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm
God,
saying?
you worse than the white man.
But I will say,
Jada was winning up until that one.
Yeah,
I had to
okay.
really think about it.
But that's only one category.
That is one category.
And it's
though.
the least important one. That's why I named it last.
people have been watching this shit. Obviously, if this isn't on the screen, though.
It's Jadakiss and Fat Joe. All of our fathers are probably subscribed to their Patreon.
How many rappers are left before like normal people can just try to be successful in podcasting?
Well, you mean like who's left who doesn't have a podcast
Like
that's a
Busta
legendary
Rhymes,
rapper?
he's probably next. Let's get him out the way. The Busta Rhymes podcast.
You don't think Method Man is up there too?
Missy Elliott,
Or
fuck
like,
it.
Didn't I might be
Yeah,
making
because
this
for
up?
a second I thought that dude, but what's his name? His name is Chisom. I don't know who that is. Chisom?
Yeah. Looks
Who
like
is that? Have y'all ever heard of him before?
No, this is my first time seeing him, but he seems like a stand-up individual.
Right. I mean, when this first went viral, I thought it was there. I thought they were on his podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Joe and Jada. I had no
What?
idea. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Damn.
Oh, he's a baseball.
Oh, he's a baseball
That's
player.
not the same nigga. Zog. Zoom in on his face.
Same nigga, though.
It
It
looked like
can't
him.
be.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Plays for the
Oh, he
Yankees.
played for the Yankees, so he's like New York legend,
Yeah.
probably.
Gotcha.
If
Yeah.
Yankees have beef with Juan Soto.
So I guess this is just like two old niggas sharing war stories and just good vibes.
And
With the-
wisdom.
You want to
probably.
hear what it's about? Go to
Oh, is there a little trailer?
Yeah,
Was there a little
go
trailer
back
on
to
the
my
homepage?
video. Go back to the video, and go to the
If you go all the way to the top left corner, it'll show you all the windows.
Nah, it was the other.
yeah,
Over here. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And go
yeah,
to
man. F Mac, you've been doing your thug dizzle with this research, but
and go to 2806.
you're not invincible, brother.
2806. They kind of give a breakdown of what's going on.
They give exactly why this is a thing and why
perfect.
you should be listening to Joe and Jada.
Perfect.
Sounds great. Fantastic. Let's put them on the channel. Let's see. I don't know how strict
Yo,
they are.
Fat
here.
Joe been on that slim fast.
Ozempic. I think he was repping Ozempic for a while.
He was rapping that shit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he got them injections. They work.
Right.
Buddy, what's gonna make the difference with the Joe and Jada podcast?
Authenticity. You know what I mean? It got to be a organic conversation, correct? We can't ride the wave of what's going on out here. You know what I mean? This ain't that, and that ain't this.
That ain't this.
It's cracking kiss.
Oh, see, my thing is when you talk about that's one right there. You know, when you say when you talk about
I like that
hip hop podcast, see, I can't salute you if you didn't go and did a show and the promoter beat you for your second half of your money. Or you went to a show, the promoter don't want to pay you.
If you haven't been through the farm league of what it takes.
Listen, you can't be sitting up here dissecting the albums. And that's the fucking problem we had with rap since the beginning, since the source mics and all this shit. It's like, yo, you ain't even played the game. You see, the reason why we love TNT so much with Chuck and Shaq, these are legends. They played the game. They know the ins and outs. When it comes to Jada and Joe, like we've been fucked over, we done won, we done had moments, we done had anthems, we know the game, we done got beat by the promoters. You ain't really been real unless they sick pit bulls on you when you try to get your second half of money. Or you gotta beat up a promoter and take the money in quarters. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real event.
That's some real shit.
Or you
dog.
get kidnapped in Africa. We need our money, right? We need our money. So I'm gonna
need
take
my
it in
money
quarters.
and I need it now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get my so when I see these certain guys commenting, never had a hit record, never had a album, never
Grammy nom.
I'm like, to me, they're not qualified. You know,
When they put these mics in front of people, they lose some people just get caught in the moment and say dumb shit.
Now,
You know?
pause.
Yeah, that's
all this real nigga and authenticity shit is cool and dandy, but it's gonna be really tested when the Diddy topic come up.
Which it should have came up. Well, it's only been 2 episodes.
It's only been 2 episodes, so it's reasonable that it hasn't come up by now. But when it's time to talk about Diddy, the way they approach that subject is gonna put this whole authenticity, real nigga barometer to the test. Because if they tap dance around that,
yeah, that's true.
One of the biggest hip hop stories right now.
Come
Yeah.
on, nigga, like these niggas, they was around. They
That's
know.
a lot. That's a lot to say. Like, especially somebody like Fat Joe, who is just like in the bed with everybody. Like that's a lot to say about to give y'all the like authenticity. Like you're in a
It's
position where
impossible
you
to be
can't, you can't, nigga.
No, it's impossible.
You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Like no.
Yeah. Is Jadakiss? He seems like he's in more of a moderate positioning, right?
I think he is.
Like I think
he is.
He obviously has alliances and ties
For
to other
sure.
niggas,
Yeah.
but I feel like I don't know.
I think he's the type
kept
to
less
be
strings
like
attached.
He's the type that like won't say it and then like, but it'll come up and be like, yeah, but you know, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like
His emotes tell you what he
the
really wants to
emotes might
say.
be like if it gets a sticky situation like that, you know. What
But
I
I
mean?
think they could really separate themselves from all these other like older hip hop legend podcasts if they keep it a bean on shit like Diddy.
I don't know, man.
Do y'all like the studio?
You think they could be bigger than Nori or Drink Champs? I mean,
Well, I mean,
I don't think so.
it's hard to compare niggas on episode 2 to like the legacy that's been already built up. Like we're comparing it to a finished product. I don't know. They don't have all the bells and whistles of a Nori podcast. They haven't had Kanye come up there drunk yet.
Shit,
I'm not a
that set
huge
looked
fan
nice.
of this set personally.
They got
It's not bad, but it's just I don't know.
But it's New York.
It's very
Come
New
on,
York.
B.
It's something New York about this
It's
shit.
real New York, B.
The pillows. Why don't we have pillows like that?
That's a good question.
We don't have our names on our pillows, son.
Yeah,
I think the set is perfect. I think
it's perfect because they're comfortable there, and that's what's most important.
Yeah, I actually like this.
Yeah.
They like being there, so they're gonna talk a little bit more shit.
their feet is up. They chilling.
Joe and Jada.
Jada and Joe.
I'm just trying to know why this started.
Why does anybody start a podcast though, dog? Like you sit around
For money.
talking to your homie.
When niggas start podcasts now for money only.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Especially established people like them.
I think they're coming from a more pure standpoint. I think they was literally looking at the game like, y'all, it's a bunch of these watch rap niggas that got podcasts, but they don't really be giving it up for real. I think they had that conversation amongst themselves so many times.
I think that was part of it.
That they believe it though.
But they believe it, but it was also like this. I'm pretty sure Fat Joe got a weed brand.
Are we also going to talk about, he's got those beard dye. Are we going to talk about, I wonder if they're going to address Fat Joe having to step down from the hip hop awards and all that shit for his racist comments towards black people.
I think, I don't think it'll come up just like Jadakiss asking him about it. I think that fire has to get re-sparked and it has to get so hot online to where Fat Joe seems like the kind of guy to where I'm not saying, you know, he won't apologize. He's not calculated, but he does seem like, oh, what they saying? Let me get up on my shit and like defend my narrative and all that. And so I think it'll happen naturally, but Kiss ain't bringing that shit up. And do they have anybody like some kind of ghost mic
like that?
No.
They don't have anybody in the back doing research, working boards, or anything like that?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
I didn't listen to this whole episode though, but they don't even seem like they're prepared to ask anybody for anything. Like,
yeah,
they don't seem like they care.
You know, interns around. And what was you about to say?
I didn't know that they were cool like this. I mean, I didn't think they were enemies, but like cool enough to start a podcast. Like that was the last combo I thought I would have seen.
It's probably how you know they're actually friends.
And they're old school cool too. Like,
yeah,
just like yo, like they
oh
probably
yeah,
talk
but
and
in
do
the midst
nothing.
of the fucking bugging. In the midst of all this,
yes,
Joe said some wild things about Joe Budden. Maybe I should just break this out. Should I put it all together? What do we?
Do you want to hit the bell?
Hit the
again?
bell. You want to hit the bell. Follow your gut.
It'll be
It's rumbling.
Fat Joe.
Fat
Joe. He said some things about Joe Budden. He kind of sneak dissed him, but it was obvious though.
I think he tried to sneak this him. It was a reach though.
It was hostile. It was like passive aggressive.
It was just.
We should let him say it. I don't
Yeah,
even want to spoil
it's just because like I feel like he tried to play the podcast, take a shot, performative thing, but he's not great at it.
Yet.
Like he doesn't know yet. He does, even though he's had a shit ton of appearances at places.
He's had a lot of practice.
The only time, he's had a lot of practice. The only time they like actually sound decent is when he's like threatening somebody or like going the gangster route. He tried to go the witty route or the clever route with like
wordsmith.
Yeah, not this one.
I'm gonna tie you up with your own.
Not
lingo.
this one yet. It was what Fat Joe actually said about him having the Joe Budden seats.
The Joe Budden
in Vegas.
And for those of you, just for context, Joe Budden and his lovely lady. I forgot what Knicks games they was at. What Knicks?
One of
game?
the playoff games.
It was
recent.
It was like game 3.
It
right?
wasn't that. It wasn't the game.
It was home.
For all the marbles.
Yeah, it was. It was a home game.
It was early in the series.
And Fat Joe was sitting on
directly
the floor.
behind.
And no, Fat Joe was sitting on the floor, and Joe Budden was sitting right behind him.
No, 50 Cent was in front of him, and Joe Budden was behind him.
Was behind Fat Joe.
Yeah, no, Fat Joe wasn't there at all.
So what are you saying?
I thought Fat Joe was there when Joe Budden
Do
and
your
Fat
research,
Joe. When
nigga.
Joe Budden and Fat Joe were at the game together, I thought that's what he was talking about.
I didn't think that's what he was talking about.
Because he was like the Joe Budden seats, like the seats behind me, like because I'm on the fucking floor.
Okay, who's gonna admit they were wrong first? That's who's the
I don't know
smarter
who's
person.
who's the intellect. Are
We
you
have to
smarter?
Yeah, that's who the smarter
We have to figure
person
out
is.
who's wrong,
Who's
though.
gonna say that they're wrong first?
I don't know, dog. I genuinely believe. I don't know.
I genuinely believe he was.
Is this research or is this feeling?
This is from what I saw.
Okay, and I feel like that's in the middle.
That is
But
research.
What are you saying?
I thought he was taking a shot talking about him sitting behind 50 Cent. 50 Cent was courtside, Joe Budden was second row, and he was like, yeah, you could have the Joe Budden seats. You know, you sitting behind 50 Cent. And then in Joe's response, he said,
Fat Joe was sitting right beside. We're both right. Fat Joe was
Really?
there though, but
He was?
So this is how
How
it
we
works.
both right?
No,
Dap up.
it's 50 Cent, Fat Joe, and Joe Budden behind them.
Are you serious?
They were both
Okay,
there.
okay.
But
Man, that's crazy. We're all right.
yeah, they were all right.
That's
Y'all are
crazy.
both
But this is-
smart.
Look,
Congratulations,
I
nigga.
like that.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Everybody's
let's-
ego is
but
safe.
that is
Right. It's so funny because like in the picture, when I see it, I'm only looking at 50 and Joe.
Yeah.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're looking where the money is.
Yeah.
This picture's kind of hilarious. Like he's off to the side.
That's incredible.
What
Why
the
does it look
fuck?
like 50 Cent kissing somebody?
Because that's Joe Budden. He's like, yo, what's good? We used to beef.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
We still beefing. We gonna be okay, nigga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shit, come on the pod, talk shit about me. But
All right,
that's
so
the
you-
context to
Yeah, so-
what Fat Joe was talking
What's
about.
going off on?
Gotcha. Okay, let's play it.
I'm out there with my family in Vegas. His manager, they gave me some suspects. Suspect for me is I'm not going 10th row. I'm not going 5th row. I gotta be front row.
So you want all the
Cause somebody you don't like, your enemy, gonna come sit right at, you know, it's that we call that the Joe Budden seats. You know them second row.
I don't even got
You
a
ain't got a
hood.
hoodie?
I don't
Yo.
even got a hood.
Yo, listen, them second, third row, I can't do it. I gotta sit front row. I'll give you my experience.
What do you call them seats?
The Joe Budden seats. Them shit second row. You know, perfect example. Him and 50 got some shit, and I'm sitting courtside. If 50 comes
He was
sit,
right behind y'all.
okay, but he's behind us.
Those were still considered floor seats.
Those
if
are-
you know anything.
Listen,
I didn't know that.
It's AA and BB.
I'm not
He
trying
was
to be
in-
disrespectful, but the man had a little something going on with 50, and why God put 50 Cent front row, and he's in like third row. Like that would bother me if I was Joe Buttons. It happened to me before. It happened to me before. When we
Now,
just
listen,
squashed
if he
the
didn't bump in the fifth, would he had a nice experience?
You got a
at-
good seat, but the problem is you gotta always expect the enemy might come front row.
Yo, what are you,
No,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
This is
I'm
funny.
tell you the truth. The enemy will come front row. Look what happened to Joe Budden.
That's the only example you can
I'm
give
gonna
me.
give you another one.
Okay.
I went to a Babyface concert.
Yo,
Hold up.
Pause.
I love this show already.
Okay, luckily it was about to end, but that context doesn't matter. But this is some real New York shit.
Your enemy, first of all, your enemy sitting in front row. That means you want to be second row.
Exactly. Because you don't
Him
want
trying to
you
stand
don't want
on-
your back to the door.
Right.
You
But-
want to be able to see what he's doing.
Yeah, I
But
wanna
that's
be
from
able
a
to-
criminal standpoint. He's speaking from a materialistic.
And rich-
I got more money than you.
Rich
kinda
nigga
thing.
standpoint, yo, your op is bossing up on you.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good.
That's if you're
Yo, he had to
insecure.
look back to talk shit about you, though.
That's if you're insecure in your status, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he was framing it on some like
when it comes, look,
you want your ops behind
when
you
it comes
or
to
on the
rich
same
niggas,
floor? Yeah.
if we were all billionaires,
Yes.
and you had 20 billion, I had 1, your boat is bigger. We both have big boats,
Right,
but
right,
your
right,
shit
right,
is bigger,
right. Right,
and
right,
that's literally all it is. Like they're both
Oh
rich
my
niggas,
God.
but I don't know how hard it is to get those front seats.
And in terms of money, like all time, Fat Joe probably
next
has
video,
it.
F-Mac.
All time, Fat Joe probably has it. But don't you think that like Joe Budden's making more money than him right now?
Yes.
So Joe Budden
I don't
actually,
even think it's close.
Yeah, like just in
I don't
terms
even
of
think
daily
in
income
terms
right
of
now.
who's doing better on a monthly basis, yeah, I think it's Joe.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of a frivolous battle they get
Budden,
into over this
you
shit.
have to, like, make the distinction.
yeah, because it's a
on
bunch
this
of
goddamn-
Joes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
damn topic.
Joe Budden's rebuttal was kind of pimping. Let's hear it.
Okay.
I'm not there for the celeb role. I'm not there to be seen. I'm not in the record label seats. I'm not in the Kith seats. I'm not in the comp seats. I'm in the seat that I wanted to purchase, so I bought it. It's really just that simple. I'm not with all the extra hoopla out there. I'm not out here running around moving with the leverage of my management company or trying to be buddy-buddy or friendly with rappers that I'm not really buddy-buddy or friendly with. I'm the walking embodiment of standing on my own too. And you know that, which is why you're using my name on your newly established platform trying to get traction because I'm the best in the biz. I recognize that too. Lastly, I just don't know what Joe Budden seats mean, and because I have so much relationship equity with Fat Joe, I'll wait for him to tell me. I don't want to assume. on one hand, where I come from, you would want to be seated behind your enemy, if anything.
That's where the logic.
That's the part I didn't follow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be seated in front of him. So, if he was talking about that, I don't really get it, but that's on him. And lastly, maybe Joe Budden seats just means sitting behind somebody you make a lot more than. Until we get clarity on it, we won't really know. But be clear, reimagine how y'all mention my name in some of these conversations. I make a lot more than you niggas. So, if I'm seated behind you, it's by choice, enjoying some popcorn with my baby. I say that with all the respect in the world. So, much love to Fat Joe and Jadakiss. I'll continue to support their broadcast, and hopefully everyone out there will continue to do the same. But this is a non-issue, you guys. Everybody back to work. hey, if this is a non-starter. If this ever comes to be something, then we'll address it later. But Joe and I will talk. This is a non-starter. Salute to all. And go Knicks always.
This some real nigga shit.
That's
like
when you
were really in love with your girl, you don't need to be on the kiss cam and all that shit, nigga. We trying to hide, we trying to enjoy ourselves.
I told my girl that when we went to go see Lil Wayne, I was like, baby, like you really his sweat? Are you serious? You don't need that on you. You're better.
You gonna
than
get
that.
high.
Let's go sit up there.
Yeah.
She was fucking smart. But she agreed. She's smart.
But he's sweating down there. What you think we gonna be doing?
Exactly.
It's gonna be just as hot. Let's go to where it's cold.
Lil Wayne's sweat. That's hard to wipe off. It's fucking all the dangerous drugs in his sweat. But nah, man. Like Joe Budden does make a lot of money. Joe Budden makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Fat Joe has no rebuttal. And I also liked how it didn't even, the response didn't seem personal. It was just Fat Joe said it. You know what I mean? So he was just like,
we got to see the difference of, like, you know, just words. He's not ready yet.
I want to see.
He's not ready.
I want to see Joe Budden go
in
out
a war of words with Fat Joe. Oh hell no!
It's just not even close.
Yeah, nah, that would be devastating to watch, especially in the first couple of episodes of your pod. You get, you know, demolished.
But that's all
verbally.
good publicity. Fat Joe's definitely a person that all publicity is good publicity. Like, he doesn't care if he looks like the butt of the joke or like the clown.
Yeah.
I think he's completely okay with that.
Yeah, he's a martyr.
You think that in terms of like Fat Joe and like Jada,
what about him?
I forgot what I was even about to ask.
Something about their chemistry?
Not about their chemistry, but just about the scope of their podcast. I'm still trying to figure it
Like,
out.
how deep is this really about to go?
How deep is it about to go? And like,
how serious?
I want to know.
How serious are they gonna take?
I want to know.
I wonder if it'll make it past a year.
I want to know what they're trying to sell me now. Like, I don't want to wait a month for you to just like start, you know?
Because it already doesn't feel like it'll be
When
here forever.
Cameron and May started, I knew Pink Horsepower was coming. I was ready for it. I was like, I want to see that.
Right.
Nah, you had that before then though.
But
you
that's
talking about in
what I'm
terms of like
saying.
it getting pushed in
The
the
show started,
Like,
and it was like, Pink Horsepower, you saw that first.
Don't try to act like you're not trying to get some shit off. Let's introduce it on episode
This
1.
isn't without a purpose. Why is Fat Joe and Jada?
But I don't think Fat Joe has like enough tact to wait that long.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You know what I mean? Like,
When
I
he
feel
was
like
selling that beard,
episode 1,
that beard dye,
part of the intro, that shit would be something that's stated. I got this new product. I don't know what Fat Joe's slinging. Like fucking,
that beard dye.
He's still slinging it, right?
I think so.
He better.
Yeah.
Like,
and has he mentioned it so far?
No.
I think they're a little bit more genuine than you're giving them credit for.
Maybe.
I think they are.
And I need time to, you know.
That's why they waited this long to have a podcast. Like, to be a celebrity or even just like an old rapper and just now starting a podcast in 2025, you were either patient or you just came around and wanted to do it finally.
He's definitely not patient though, because he would have thought before he spoke on Joe Budden, especially in that manner of like him alluding to the seats behind him being poor seats, you know. And Joe Budden, that's all he does now is make jokes about like the poors, you know, us, the commoners, the people down on like the $10 tier of his Patreon.
That's what he's been doing?
So Fat Joe, you know, that's what he does. But Fat
It's
Joe,
always, you know, now that he got money, it's these niggas.
You have to.
They're a little dirty. Just
Yeah.
keep them a little bit away from me.
But is he talking about other like pseudo rich niggas or
no,
he's talking about like real
about
poors?
you,
Actual
me,
poors.
AJ, definitely F Mac.
Damn it.
But
He's getting out of touch.
of course, he's a
There's
fucking.
no more rats in the Chinese food.
You can only be broke for so long, dog.
And you can only have compassion for broke niggas for so long.
You know?
Yeah. I think there's a time limit on, depending on how much money you have, It's like there's a dollar amount to your empathy for the poor. Because you're going to get so rich to where you could do something about it. So it's either you do something about it or talk down upon them.
Yeah.
One of those is cheaper.
And if I'm at the game, you could bet your bottom dollar that I sit on floor. And if I'm at the fight, you could bet your bottom dollar sweat hit my whore.
Big Sean?
Nope, Nipsey.
Oh.
Won't take no loss. Won't take days off.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you can bet $1 million that some sweat hit my whore.
Yeah. And if I'm in the game, you could bet your bottom dollar that I sit on floor.
You
And
see,
if
I'm
at the
different
fight,
from
you could
Nip.
bet your
No,
bottom-
Yeah,
no
you know what I mean?
nigga
Like-
sweat.
But
I
that-
told her
it
to-
made me think of that
I want
line.
to manifest luxury, but
yeah,
is that what it costs?
Yeah, nah.
You could bet your bottom dollar sweat hit my whore.
Yeah,
I like that bar.
It is a you know,
like to have that option.
to have the option, right?
Because like in your wildest dreams,
Yeah.
even in your girl's wildest dreams, like she would never get close enough to Floyd Mayweather to get some of his essence, like some of his
Yeah.
blood, some of his sweat.
Yeah.
But the fact that her man
Yeah.
was a man enough to create that empire,
Yeah.
it's honorable. You know what I mean? Just to have it as an option. I wouldn't want it, but if you wanted Floyd sweat,
Yeah.
we can afford that shit, baby.
Yeah, nah. And I'm glad Joe Budden even said that. Like, yo, you're supposed to want to sit behind the ops. Like, it will never leave him. That part, whatever that is in him, it'll never leave.
Paranoia.
Yeah.
Just
that don't go nowhere.
The chemical imbalance in his brain that was caused by his past usage.
Just the
it would never, it would never leave.
Is that and even just the peripheral vision that you develop living up north? Like
Yeah.
it's so many motherfuckers, you got to be able to literally see behind you.
Yeah.
But let's
That
jump
shit is
over to
innate.
this. Let's jump over to this.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Evan.
We're
Every
day.
club.
And we're turning the living room into a beach.
Hard part is gonna be spreading it all out.
Living life not in corporate America.
We're bringing reality TV to YouTube. We're the lower class Kardashians.
We'll say we're high class. We're gonna manifest. Don't you love ya?
Come with us. It's gonna be scary.
You okay? Holy sh!
It's gonna be interesting. You don't know where you're
Come on,
taking
this
me
is
to
the
yet.
wrong way.
It's gonna be fun.
Ryan!
That was good.
Oh, that's what we wanted right there.
Join us. It's going to be a good time.
It is Lush versus Sharp. I didn't even put all the notes, but apparently they want to fight each other.
I believe it.
You know,
Sharp and Lush and Sharp.
They deserve to fight each
I
other.
think this is just more fun.
Is that even
Lush's drug use is out of control?
How many fights has Lush won?
I don't think any.
Right?
I think
so at a certain point, is
Just
fighting
click that
Lush
video.
just for publicity?
You're
or
asking the wrong questions. Is how many fights have he wanted to fight?
I just thought this was so funny.
I think it's the same answer.
No, because winning isn't more important than just like wanting to
Look at
fight.
this nigga
Being answering the call is honorable because a lot of niggas will probably just run away.
What'd you say, AJ?
Just watch this. This is peak drug addict right here. This is peak drug activity.
Tell Sharp I'm coming tonight. I'm coming to Vegas tonight. Sharp, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. Sharp, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, Sharp.
This is gonna be clipped. That's a clip.
I'm not life. I'm gonna kill you. You fake pimp. You white.
Oh my god.
What do you think
I
his
hate-
drug of choice is in this?
I hate
instance?
when niggas do like the whole clip part. Like it
really fucks
don't
the
clip,
clip up.
instead of saying clip,
Oh, God.
why not try to make the clip better?
Yeah,
Fucking-
by just being a fucking mute.
I hate when niggas do that. But anyway, they deserve to fight each other, man.
Do you think Sharp can defeat a cracked out Lush?
I don't think Sharp. No, to answer you, no.
Well,
I
better
think
question.
Lush, I think Lush will win.
Better question. What drug do you think would give Lush the power that he needs to defeat him? Because not all drugs put you in a fighting mood.
All he needs 2 Xanax.
Maybe half an Adderall to balance out some
Matter
of
of
that
fact,
Xanax.
1 Xanax. Make it a 30 though.
Okay.
And
you think you should do the
and
whole
maybe
30?
maybe 110, like a perk 10. And that's just for like to not feel pain.
To numb the
and
pain.
to like not and to forget how to breathe.
But he
just
needs-
so it happens naturally.
Doesn't he need something with some caffeine to keep him up?
Nah, I mean in a fight.
I put some
be,
more.
Both parties would be tired too.
Or you think he would just be off pure adrenaline to the point where he's alert already?
I'm be real. I have no real conversation surrounding any of this. I just thought it was kind of hilarious.
Is
I
this
just want
Sharp
y'all to-
responding?
Yeah, but let's go back to the other Lush one because the Lush ones are my favorite.
And this is Lush stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, on the set, stuck in my waist clothing. Where the fuck you at? Pull up right now. I'm going outside. Bitch, on the set. Where the fuck you at? I'll fuck you up. I'll shoot you right now. I'll blow your motherfucking noodle off your head. I will noodle you, bitch. What's up? I'm going outside right now on the set. Come fucking see me. I swear to God, you'll get noodled right now. You think I'm fucking playing, bitch? You think it's some kind of a joke? I will smoke you right motherfucking now. Pull up on me, bitch. I will fucking noodle your noggin. What's up, fool? Fuck your clothing company, bitch. Oh, hold on. We look at the bottom. Stuck in my waist clothing company. Let's look at this Instagram right now. What's up, fool? What's up, fool? Come run that. Come run hands right now. What's up, fool? I won't even shoot you. Come run hands right now. Come run hands right now, bitch. What's up, fool? Come run hands right now. Stuck in my waist clothing company. Where you at? Where you at? Come run hands right now. I'll knock you the fuck out. I will knock you the fuck out.
All right, we're gonna get back to the
You know
music.
what's crazy? What he's going through is beautiful. Like
this is crazy.
Like he probably feels like Kratos, the god of war right now.
I want to do coke now.
Don't you just want to feel what it feels
You wanna
like?
feel like- you wanna
to
feel
be
that, right?
invincible.
That
That
nigga's
nigga
up-
feels
that nigga's up
invincible,
right
nigga.
now.
Yeah, he's up.
That nigga up right now.
I feel like he thinks he can whip Jesus' ass.
Yeah.
But if he
with
took
Satan's pitchfork.
if he took that,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to beat
And,
those strong Fs.
Yeah, I'm adding it in.
All right.
I was about to say, he just needs to take this energy.
It had a nice ring to it. It
Yeah.
was just flowing.
Yeah. I didn't realize it happened.
That's what I'm saying.
It was so polite.
That means it was placed in the right spot.
Yeah. That means he meant it.
Yeah.
Well, it just the intention
Used
was
it
real.
correctly.
Like that's
it
what
was
he
real.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But like, damn, dog, that's ultimate confidence.
Yeah.
That's that shit Muhammad Ali just had from training in Islam.
Yeah, I feel ashamed of my drug habit. Like
That shit don't make you feel like
don't make
this.
you feel
it don't
this
make me
good.
feel like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could use it for good. Like I could be the cocaine that actually wants to make $1 million.
Like, you
over
would-
stock trading
you
and
just-
like, you know,
Yeah, you
penny
would
stocks.
you would PDF files and shit.
Yeah,
nigga, like you just
yeah. You know, but
become Batman.
how Sharp been?
I think we're
We
about to
should-
find out.
Yeah, I guess he moved back to Vegas too.
Yeah, he's downsized.
He got black leather carpets though.
That is
We
a
don't know if
motherfucker.
that's leather.
Yeah, I don't know why I said leather.
Black leather carpet.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
make
a
sense.
gimp room.
Yeah, I was saying that shit sound hot.
Should
Black
have a
fur?
bidet in the closet.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it.
I ain't, bro, I promise you, when I watched what you was saying, I ain't even really had no issue with you. I just know I'm gonna do you something dirty. Throw up on your face or something after I knock your ass out, nigga. I promise you. I'm gonna puke on you. I want you to feel disrespected. I never even disrespected you like that, Lush. I just said the real. But you acting like you got so much of a problem with me, my nigga. I promise you, I'm gonna fly your ass out, white boy. I really want your bitch.
Ooh.
I don't even want you. I'll catch you whenever the fuck I catch you. I really want your bitch.
Punch her with a penis.
I'm gonna puke on that nigga's face, but I promise y'all, homie.
Both of them can.
If anything gets recorded, I'm gonna stick my fucking finger down my throat and I'm gonna throw up on that nigga's face.
Yo.
He's got that one coming.
He earned it.
Now I'm gonna be that.
That's
Because
I've never heard
that's
that
on the
before.
same level.
That's creative. I never heard that.
That's
before.
on the same level as who was the gay dude that was about to fight Ack?
Saucy.
Saucy,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a Saucy Santana level. Like, yo, dog, I'm gonna whoop your ass and I'm gonna tickle my uvula, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up lunch on your face.
I'm gonna use your fingers to throw up on you.
That would be crazy.
I'm gonna stick your hand down my throat.
Yo!
I don't know who's getting disrespected.
That would be crazy.
Hey, that's crazy.
Watch
Knock
this
a nigga
nigga.
out.
I'm glad somebody reenacted it.
What'd he say? Clip.
Hey, Mac, you got that? Good God. I didn't think anybody was going to do it. We started playing charades.
Getting hot in here, right?
Hell yeah. Hey.
Hey, yo, I done heard him spit on a nigga, piss on a nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard throw up on a nigga.
Vomit is different because
yeah.
vomit also makes you feel uncomfortable. But you're willing to go through that to hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Like throwing up don't
It's
feel
also
great.
creative because vomit is one of those things that has that lingering smell. Like even when you wash it out your clothes, you pretty much probably got to throw that shit away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because your washing machine gonna get fucked up.
Right,
too.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like you in the shower trying to clean off and still smell that nigga throw up on you.
And then it's like you gotta like wipe your mouth after you do it. It's like, yeah, nigga. Yeah.
If I was ever throwing up in retaliation,
Take that.
I know what combination I would do because it happened in my car. My boy threw up in my car because he was drunk one time. But the nigga had just got done eating Chinese food. And he had like a red drink. I think it was like a red Four Loko. So it
and
was
a little Gatorade just to add bubbles.
So it was the throw up was red Chinese food throw up in my car. Nigga, it was disgusting. It was the
shit was
nastiest throw up combination I've ever. Because you know, throw up, it's like
It's
if it's
nasty.
It's disgusting, nigga.
Any amount of throw up in your
stained my
car.
carpet and everything. Like
How much?
because it was red.
How long did it take for your car to smell back to
Couple
normal?
days. Just
Yeah.
leave the windows down straight. Like
Yeah.
you gotta clean and shampoo. Like I'm
You
throwing
have to clean.
immediately, like soap
Didn't
and
you
water
throw
on
up
it
in your
that
car?
night. Like
Or somebody
everything.
throw up in your car?
Somebody threw up in my car?
I think so. Or maybe I'm combining memories from different shit.
Yeah. But
Could've
that's the
sworn.
nastiest combination. So like if I ever was doing a retaliation throw up, I would definitely eat Chinese food and have red drink.
Yeah, just red Gatorade.
Some just
red fruit punch.
double whammy.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
Just
Well-
to add the real stench to
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
something's got to make it seep
You
into
would
the
have-
carpet.
That's amateur. I'm doing
Laxative.
Indian food. I'm doing anything with the most acidic shit so that when it mixes in with my stomach acid,
Yeah.
it'll create a
Something new.
fucking something
Yeah,
new.
something new.
You cross-pollinated.
I'm trying to really fuck them up.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
maybe like some Kool-Aid too. Like just to
Kool-Aid for
add
sure.
spice.
You need something to make like bubbles though. You need something carbonated, like maybe some ginger ale and some Indian food.
Ginger
ale
ale
gonna
is
solve
too.
It's gonna solve something.
But you also got to remember
Yes, it's gonna solve
Won't
something.
ginger ale make it burn?
that ginger ale might be good because also remember you have to whoop a nigga's ass first. Physical activity is being exerted.
Yeah.
And you got to hold that in. So you might need to put the Chinese and the red drink down.
Under some
Ginger ale
Yeah.
will calm it enough for you to do that hard physical activity.
For you to activate it when you need to.
Exactly. And then it's still sitting in there, so you got enough time to
Grab his fingers.
Yo, grab that nigga's fingers, yo.
Which finger you grabbing?
Oh,
the longest, the middle
yeah,
finger, right?
first two.
The nigga, you gay. That is the longest, of course.
But that's but I don't think it'll take more than a finger to make you throw up. Nigga.
Yeah, you need a fist. That nigga gotta push your uvula.
Hey,
That nigga said the longest, of course. This I got a deep throat.
nigga, what?
I gotta be able to reach that shit.
I need the longest finger.
Yo.
No brainer.
Oh, man. Fuck, bro.
Good God. This is what podcasting about. Podcast is all about.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay, listen, because he said some other crazy shit in this, too. It was more than just this.
Gosh,
That salty, that mad when I do catch him. I'ma strangle that nigga, homie.
Strangle that nigga.
I got vice grips. I promise you, I'ma strangle the fuck out that nigga and then puke on his face.
Oh man.
He gonna be mad as fuck at me. That's why I feel like it's really a play. He just trying to sue me and get my channel.
Yo.
If you've been injured.
Oh. Ads.
Which the timing of
Barfing-
that ad was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
He's just trying to sue me to get my channel because Sharp is probably making most of his income from his channel right now.
Yes.
1,000%.
Yeah, 1,000%. This nigga's not outside. So like that ad popping up in this screen recording,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, he's at work right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
reality, nigga.
yeah, this is
Barfing
really.
on your ops.
Oh wait, keep going though. The vice grip shit was pretty funny. But yeah, keep going.
And I told you, if you really want me, I'll pay for your flight. He know this shit.
Yo, he's great at this.
Bro, I'm gonna throw up on your face after I knock your ass out. I promise you this, church. Like, I be feeling like a Randy Orton, bro. The voices be talking to me, dog. I don't feel like I really get anything out of like really doing you dirty. I'm gonna choke you
That
out,
nigga
bro.
gets sadistic
I'ma
when
make you
thinking
shit
about
on
it.
yourself. I promise you this.
Make you shit on yourself.
He's gonna fuck
I'm
with
gonna
his.
make you fucking shit all in your pants. Everybody gonna be smelling something, talking about nigga, ugh.
Nigga,
Oh God, bro, like you're really doing something wrong to yourself.
Everybody gonna be smelling like.
I'm gonna do you that bad, you're gonna shit on yourself.
He wants to hurt his feelings and his immune system.
Yeah.
And if you try to like drop like a driblet of shit on me, it's gonna make me madder.
He's gonna throw up again.
I don't like you because you're that fake. You shake niggas' hands that you never liked. So you say. I can't wait to catch you, bro. I'm like the Joker. I can't wait to like really catch you, my nigga, and really like just dog your ass out.
Ooh, a little crazy.
Wanted to dig his ass out? Is that what he said?
Dog. Nah, but you heard.
I really want to catch you like by the top of your spinal cord, my nigga, and draw it out. Like I can't wait to catch
This
you.
is Mortal Kombat.
It's getting Mortal Kombat.
It's
now,
good.
right?
I'm gonna try to do my best
That's a special
to rearrange your face. You're not walking away. But I feel like you know that too, though. That's why I feel like you're waiting for me to put my hands on you so you can try to sue me the way I really want to do you. I will fly your ass out today, boy.
It's
You're a
always kinda-
little ass boy to me, nigga.
You get paused. I think it's over.
Yeah, it's getting scary now.
Yeah.
You a little
I'm
ass
surprised
boy.
Lush
I'll
can
fly
make.
you out.
I'll be
fly you
surprised
out
Lush can.
buy you a
Lush can
pizza,
make people
nigga.
this mad.
Yeah.
Like, that always kind of like throws me off.
It's not people though. This is a nigga that like they have history. They work together. I don't think Lush has this effect on anybody. I don't think he can just turn it on like a switch.
Right.
Yeah.
Sharp is a little too close to home. Even a nigga like Almighty or like anybody who was really in that camp, maybe. But Lush isn't getting you like this.
Sharp.
Nobody else takes this nigga serious enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
literally
like,
this is an in-house thing.
Yeah.
Sharp should only be mad if like Lush came at his pimping. Like I don't know what Lush did.
It takes more than that, dog.
Like-
but I think it's the constant.
Oh,
It's
and
a,
when you
it's a series of unfortunate events.
do you think Sharp protected Lush when he was going through his junkyism?
I feel like everybody
I
that's
think
worked there protected protected Lush. At some point.
So that might be part of like
See, nigga,
why
help-
Sharp wants to
yeah.
throw up on him. Because it's like, yo, I protected you when you was like really going through it. Like protecting a crackhead, and you know, I don't know, Lush wasn't on crack, but you know, all intents and purposes.
A junkie.
But protecting a junkie and him like turning on you is kind of like
Rocky
I
Thunder.
mean, a smack in the face. It's kind of like throw up being on your fucking face.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I protected you when you couldn't even like do your own drug by yourself. You had like one of your dirty bitches help you do the drug and shoot up.
Now you know how Rocky Thunder feels.
Exactly.
It all comes full
I think I
circle.
was defending her though.
Yeah, now he knows how Rocky Thunder feels.
Yeah.
I still don't understand.
I was defending her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's jump
I kept
over
you from
to
choking on your throw up.
let's jump over to this office hours.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Let me build a level with you. This shit is residential. I tried to find commercial sign and lost myself within 2 tries. Who I? A nigga with cool ties. Every page that I now see is involved in a hoopla. Oh, you ballin'? Well, who not? The hoopty is smooth ride. Put your bitch in the fig 4 since a youngin' was big dog. Like a set, how the ink drawn. Can't picture a thing wrong. I try to do right, but some things I should think on. Look, most my life a bitch was just a tally on my roster. And when in Rome, my Trojan horses get in there with laughter. Next thing you know, I dine and dash that pussy like it's pasta. Finito like I'm Benito. If she a dictate, get it's rapping, boost her libido. A humble ego, prophetic home hero. A look inside the heavy heart peephole. Called karma for saying I love people, not showing lot going on. I'm truly holding on, cause I got issues. Communicating, don't know how to say that I miss you. I wanna spend more time, I work myself to the gristle. Since I was little, I wouldn't accept the help. Man, it's crystal that I got issues. Hey, it's a process, more or less, any stress, this shit is gorgeous. A solo act, no quartet, I couldn't forfeit. If life's a lemon, squeeze that bitch into a corset. I take a pour of that, yeah.
Let me go, 1 office hours?
Office hours. Yeah, remember the episode came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, you're right.
3
We a
days
little
ago,
early.
So, yeah.
But,
hashtag office hours, you know, it is a part at the end of the show. We get to talk to y'all, ask some questions, y'all rebuttal. But regardless, we get to talk one-on-one. Hashtag office hours in the comment section below, or literally any other platform that we use that we will see it. IG, we have a Reddit too, Homeroom University. Go look that up. Granted, leaving an office hour in there is dangerous. It's dangerous.
In Reddit?
Yeah, it's dangerous because we might not ever see that motherfucker. But regardless, you could try your luck, but YouTube will always be the best.
Believe it.
Best reader?
All right, nigga.
Yeah, you know.
I'll show you how it's done.
Don't try to
I'll show
run from
you
it.
how it's done.
Okay.
Hashtag office hours. I definitely have 2 accounts at 𝑦KeepTheBox, and yes, it's nerd shit. Back to the question. Have y'all noticed the growing spotlight on black intellectuals lately? I'm talking about the folks like Mark Lamont Hill, FD Signifier, and Olay. As the red pill content dies, do you think this is the next wave, highly intelligent, highly accredited creators? Not just coasting each other. These people work hard and they're genuinely entertaining. What do you think? Is Black BreadTube the next wave? And yes, I said that word correctly. Look, read it. Stupid.
Not just coasting. There's no either way. It's just either.
I didn't say that.
You said either way.
Ed Mac, what I say?
I can't.
You said each other.
Oh, you said each other.
So you don't even.
I can't
you
hear.
can't even correct me. Stupid.
Hey, I'm not supposed to hear right now.
But
I just
yeah,
had some shit going. But
better read it.
Black intellectuals lately. I mean, I have seen. What I have seen is just an uptick of like intellectual content in general. Like literally intellectual content. Like people making videos about that. And I don't know. I hope that's the next wave. I guess. Like. But eventually, everybody's going to take themselves too serious, and everybody's going to look goofy. And I think that's the dangerous part with having too many intellectuals. Not everybody's like that naturally. Like some people, like we don't take ourselves too seriously, and that's just like a part of our thing, right? Like even though we look at ourselves as critical thinkers, people with decent intellect, I don't know what high is, what is it? But still. You
just called yourself stupid.
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, I don't want to say high, like, I don't know what high is compared to who.
You? Mark?
Compared to the standard.
Ish?
Compared to the standard, it has to be high.
Yeah, like regular IQs.
The standard's low.
The standard is low. Like the barometer for most people.
Which makes it even more funny to like how this is just now happening. Like, why are we just now getting a renaissance in black intellectual creators?
And he didn't name that one dude who's gay. What's that dude with the glasses?
Damien?
Is his name Damien?
Nah, it's something.
The gay dude with the locks?
The nigga that you not were afraid of, but you was like, whoa,
You're afraid of him. You was like, yo, we can't fuck with his audience. His audience get crazy.
I wasn't afraid of him. You're talking about the dude that he did the video about Andrew Schultz. That was the first time seeing him.
Yeah, sass. But you put him D'Angelo. You put him in intellectual.
I think he would be considered that.
Yes, he might.
Word?
He might.
Yeah, for sure.
He might tattle.
Based on the videos that I saw, yeah, I definitely think he'd be in that category.
He might like.
So does being a video essayist make you an intellectual?
Yes.
I think that's too low of a barometer. I think that's too low of a bar.
I think it is though.
I don't think just because that's your format.
Maybe not 100%, but depending on your topics.
The style of video is that of what he's talking about, but that's the line that like you can accidentally touch on, like just being a pseudo intellectual, because what you're talking about, like.
D'Angelo does hit pieces on like on caddy shit. That's different.
I only followed his page during that time period and I watched a couple videos. I thought he also did things just about like these are my thoughts on
hit
this.
Pieces is his
on
MO.
this
But
topic.
it's usually things he doesn't like. Like that's his thing. Like I'm a body this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap on this shit, girl.
Almost like a moist critical to where like, he talks about shit he likes and he'll be like, yo, this is good. But the videos that, you know, the titles would just be like, I don't know how good this is. Like, this is.
Right.
Those are the videos that D'Angelo kind of makes. Like,
it's the resume that made you afraid of him to begin with, because he has that reputation.
Yeah.
Man, y'all really remember this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of him. I'm like,
Because that shit threw me off. I was like, nigga, you know.
Well, I think you did say something
Menace.
like that. You was like, yo, we got to watch what we say. His audience is kind of crazy.
For real?
You tucked your tail a
said
little
that.
bit. You tucked
He
your
said
tail.
that.
I remember that, but it did sound like he was like, he wasn't really standing on it.
You're
heavy.
right.
He wasn't standing on it very heavy though.
Nah.
It was enough to where
he's
they-
too heavy.
It was enough.
He's
to,
too
like, you know,
heavy
just
to light
talk-
step thing.
You know, give him some props kind of shit. He was giving him props.
Right.
He was giving him
Oh,
props.
okay.
Yeah. Like, you know, this nigga got to be careful.
Yeah.
And that's probably just how you said it.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
The same amount of fear.
Right.
Gotta be careful.
That's not even real fear. That's like, got to be careful with this nigga.
Nigga.
Yeah.
You gotta have as much confidence as J Nobles has going up against
fear.
Olay.
Real fear is, yeah.
You got that J Nobles versus Olay confidence.
That's
nigga.
that Gryffindor.
You don't even know you losing.
That's that Gryffindor.
Olay's definitely a Hufflepuff.
Or Ravenclaw.
She's a Ravenclaw. She's Ravenclaw.
No, because y'all are you're Ravenclaw. That can't be true.
No, our shit is intelligence, creativity, and being better than everybody else, dog.
That's literally
That's what it said. That's what it said.
Okay. And by the way, I didn't see many of y'all commenting down below y'all Harry Potter classes or whatever.
Yeah, what school you in?
Go do the Harry Potter test.
What I just texted, what Harry Potter house would you be in?
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
And if she says Gryffindor, it's probably why we clashed. But, you know, it's probably why, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all are both stubborn.
You know, what can I say? We hate our own kind, you know what I mean? And we're both stubborn and
We
smart.
just ain't science, so you know we disagree about everything.
That's backwards.
Oh my
Nah,
God.
man.
That's
Y'all should
funny.
be agreeing. But
I do like the
you like the new wave?
I like the new wave. I hope it keeps going. I think, you know, we're going to be a part of it.
You ain't even.
I think 3 Oak is going to be a part of it. I think LOY the show is going to be a part of it.
Who you think gonna join first? Who the smartest podcast on the network?
Video essays?
Okay,
High frequency.
that's the thing. Video essays.
High frequency.
Video essays. Hold on.
You say you gonna up your vibration, nigga?
Right.
Video essay is a very loose term.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
It's a very
think you're
loose-
smart because that's your format.
First
That's
of all,
true. Yeah, that's true.
anybody, we can like do the cuts that FD does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, fucking,
We have a green screen.
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna write one. Olay's been telling me for weeks to do one,
yeah,
and she was like, "Nigga, just come over. We'll write it."
Why does she think you're the smartest person here?
She does not think I'm the smartest person here.
She don't ever go like, yo, LOY niggas, why don't y'all?
you don't reach out.
Why don't y'all
nigga.
do smart
Why
shit?
don't you reach out?
You don't reach out, nigga. You just want to argue.
Exactly, and I'm not complaining about it. But at least I know.
I just feel like
Nigga said, "I'm happy where I'm at."
Yeah, I'm actually.
because he know he can't prove his point.
Nah, man.
You
nah.
wouldn't survive on Olay and Friends. you
You're
become
crazy.
a foe so fast, nigga.
You're crazy. I'll be good. We'll be good. I'll be good.
If I'm there with you, you'll
You're
be all
crazy.
right.
But I do think it's gonna get washed very soon. The whole
hate.
It's
I
gonna
don't
get
think niggas want that.
it's gonna get fast. It's gonna get old.
FD just
very
hit 1
soon.
million subs
Exactly.
like a couple weeks ago.
exactly.
He been in. What you mean exactly, nigga? That's the pinnacle.
Hopefully not. But I'm just saying, like, you can. There's a law of diminishing returns. And like the bigger he gets, the more people he's probably going to influence to thinking that they can do what he does, but they don't even like understand the like.
Well,
it's
if
just
if
seeing more smart people doesn't really create smart people. You know what I mean? Like if more smart people were famous, the world wouldn't be smart. Like if
I feel like I should
Nah,
name this
dog,
podcast
I
like
think-
high IQ or something.
Yeah,
because this is just
But
my theory. I don't
no.
know, but like
It's higher
even if
frequencies.
TikTok was filled, tell me if I'm wrong. Even if TikTok was filled with like a bunch of smart shit, like engineering, like how to build a fucking,
Like the way it is in China.
the way it is in China.
Right.
yeah.
I don't know if that would translate to actual like intellect or IQ as much as we would want it to.
Well, it would,
And I'm just trying to use that as my-
It
I'm with you
would,
on
but
that. I
it
don't think
depends.
it
It would, but it depends on how it's happening. Like naturally on TikTok right now, titties, sports highlights, shit like that gets views. But if we
God, the sports
lived,
highlights are
if we
insane.
lived in a population where naturally engineering reels was hot,
Yeah.
that's a reflection of how smart the general public
Yeah, I
is.
think it's based on
you
your
get what I'm
culture.
saying. It's not necessarily forcing it, but it's if that's what they enjoy, that's a reflection of them already being smart. It's not making them smarter, but it is helping because you're going and just getting frivolous information.
I think that the facade can quickly turn into the truth. So that, like, you know, in seeing videos of smart people, it can slowly start to, you know, like you'll pick up good
I want to
habits.
believe that. I want to believe that, but I just think the odds are low.
Well,
but I do want to believe that.
So why can we believe that bad content is deteriorating our brains, but we don't it doesn't work in the opposite way?
Because
it doesn't give us the same feeling, the happiness.
And what FD was talking about, how like you could just know shit, but not really know anything. You know, and it could just be a world of that where people know like fact. I know stupid facts,
but that's the world we already live in, where people have loose knowings and understandings, and they're running that hard on them. So if more black intellectuals or just intellectual creators in general, if they influence the public to the point where it's not that we're teaching y'all and making you smarter, but we're showing you how to approach things from like a Socratic scientific method, that is better. Because now we don't have as many people with surface level thoughts.
It's better, but I would just hope that it would
I
translate.
identify as a Gryffindor sun and a Slytherin moon.
Wait, what did she just say? That's impossible. Call her right now.
know we
She
can be
did not
two.
just do that.
She did.
We can be two?
No, she's trying to connect height.
Sun and moon. Did she combine astrology
Yes, she did.
with Harry Potter?
What did she say?
What the hell was that?
That's literally, I said, what Harry Potter house would you be in? I identify as a Gryffindor sun. You were right. With a Slytherin moon. That's exactly what she
So
said.
in Nightfall, she becomes an asshole? What is she trying to say?
But that's everybody. Like, who
she's got
wouldn't
two
want to
sides.
be like Slytherin is the, you know.
He thought I was Slytherin.
Exactly.
I'm cunning. I'm
Yeah,
evil.
I thought you were. I did think you were Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think
But
anybody
I was the
gonna,
other small one.
I didn't think anybody was going to be Ravenclaw.
Yours was the first and easiest to identify.
It was.
And I think that's a reflection of how smart you are.
I think it's a reflection of his bravery.
Exactly. Bravery over brawn. Over brain. Nigga.
Over brawn. Come on, dog.
Over brain.
This is what I'm saying.
Brawn over brains.
Bronze over brains, nigga.
Maybe that's
you know what it was?
Bronze
I
over
struggled
brains?
calling you
That's
wrong.
the episode?
I ain't
Bronze
want to
over
admit
brain.
it.
Bronze over brain episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because this
Black
is all
brawn
about
over brain.
It's all about the brain.
It's
in
all
this
about
episode.
here. This
Yeah,
episode.
It's all about the brain.
It's all cerebral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we answered your question somehow, somewhere in there.
Yo,
For sure.
shout out to you, Michael Solis. You're a real nigga, man.
Solis.
I don't know how to spell it either. Is that how you spell it? BRAWNS?
BRONZE. Wait.
He's fucking with you. What the fuck were you trying to say?
What was I?
He
What did I
spelled
spell?
bronze.
Bronze?
Bronze like the color.
You dumbass.
What
We're
are
talking
y'all-
about brawn. Like
Brawn.
BRAWN. Yeah.
I don't know how to spell that.
Hey, did you spell bronze with an A?
No.
No, BRON. He spelled the color.
I spelled
bronze.
The metal.
I spelled my color, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, what about it?
So it's BRAWN.
It's more visible because you have no hair.
BRAWN. It's still just not really.
But the red
proper
line is
'cause of
there.
Yeah, it's with this.
Yeah, because you made it plural. Yeah.
There we go.
Come on.
Oh,
nigga.
no. Do the
Punch
I'll
your
do
weight, nigga.
The greater than symbol.
Greater than.
Yeah, take
Instead-
out over and put the greater than
Oh,
symbol.
yeah.
Facing
Put it to
brawn.
where it's opening up to the
Yeah.
Do you know how to tell which one's the right one?
Yeah, the one that he eats.
Where's
Yeah.
The one that the alligator eats.
Come on, nigga.
Yeah.
I've been to third
The
grade
bigger
too.
number.
We've all been.
We all been to third
Hey,
grade, brother.
does anybody know the cheat code on your times tables for the nines in only?
The rule of
enlighten
three?
me.
So for the nines only, from left to right, it's like 9 times 3, 27. You just put the number down and it makes it up.
Do that again. Are you talking about your hands form
Yes.
27?
the answer. Yes.
Counting,
Nine
doing
times
math
3.
with your fingers
9 times 3,
is
27.
remedial, dog.
Wait,
You couldn't do
that's-
that in your
hold on.
head?
Do that
9
again.
times 5, 45.
Where's the 45?
You dumb.
4,
It's his
5.
hand. He has a 4 and a 5.
Yes.
I couldn't see his dumb dickhead. Where?
His
wait,
dumb? What is a dumb?
Do the first one again.
27.
9 times 3, 27. 27.
Nah, that's nah.
Doing math with your fingers is stupid, dog.
It is,
You
but it
admitted
works.
defeat.
Nah,
Do y'all see it there?
no,
I
dog.
don't.
9 times 6.
Don't convince us.
54.
Show the people.
9 times. I'd have to do it this way, right?
Yeah, you had to flip it.
Fuck, that's too hard. I have
That's
to just
too
flip
hard.
around.
Yeah, and your brain ain't smart enough for that shit. but we'll narrate while you do it. As AJ shows you how to count on your fingers, like a kindergartner.
What's the answer?
Do 9 times 14.
Nigga.
No. 9.
No, come on, challenge him.
Nigga, no, it doesn't work that way.
9 times 8.
14.
9 times 8 is this. No, that's it.
So you can only do it
1
up
through
to
9.
10?
1 through 9. Essentially, yeah.
So you only good for the first 9 multiples?
Yes,
That's
that's
so
it.
stupid.
So, dude, I mean, well, it's done now.
9 times 2? I don't know that one.
That's easy, right?
18.
Okay. I want to see
I'm not
the
gonna
8.
lie.
I want to see the 1 and the 8.
1, comma, or space, 8.
Wow, you lost me, dog. I
No,
thought I
I
got it at nigga. How
I
you
get it
have
now.
3? You have 4 fingers on that.
Do you
hand.
see it?
Yeah, I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
No, but I thought when he said that, he actually, I don't know, maybe I am stupid. I thought he actually meant like, yo, you can fuck around and see. You know? Like, I don't know why. He was like, yo, you can see the numbers. And so when he was doing this, I'm like, nigga, where the fuck?
Gangbanging and shit.
What is this?
Yeah. How is that 4?
No, yeah. You put the numbers together across your fingers.
You can only do that with
How
9.
is that
though.
not harder
You
than
can
just
only
doing
do,
regular
You can only
math?
do it with 9s.
Why not just, just remembering it, right?
It's useless information.
I'd never
That's
learned my
what it is.
times tables. I had dumb shit like that.
You only did
Yeah,
the 9s.
I never learned.
Because that was the only
I
ones you
told
could do on your
myself, all I
finger.
got to do is make it through these next year or 2, and I'll be able to use a calculator.
So you can't read or pronounce things. He counts on his fingers.
Yep.
F-Mac, me and you we're the only niggas left in the race.
Nigga, that's not true.
Y'all have taken yourselves
you
out.
couldn't read a
Y'all
paragraph
took
without fucking
yourselves
up.
out.
You couldn't read a
You
paragraph
took yourselves
without
out of the conversation, nigga.
Academically, I know I'm terrible.
I know I'm smarter than you. I'm pretty sure.
We really need a real IQ cast. That's really what niggas need.
Yo, I was taking one the other day, and I got all the way to the end, and they was all right. Now it costs $1. I was like,
Yeah, I was
fuck.
about to say, they're going to make you pay for that shit.
I was like, damn it. And I was taking that shit serious too. I was like,
It wasn't a trick question.
Yeah, I thought it was rhetorical.
All right, let's get out of here because I do want to watch The Last of Us and how shitty that show is.
Yeah.
Anybody
watching
playing
it?
any basketball
No,
right
I
now?
hate watching it.
Bro, it sucks. Like, this season is so bad. From episode 4 on, I said, all right, I'm watching to see how much worse it can get. And it's terrible.
Once I heard all the bad news, I stopped rewatching season 1. I was like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, no, you're not. Just
I-
watch season 1 and be happy with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be happy with it because this season is fucking trash.
And
like,
it's-
first 2 episodes I'll say were good, or maybe episode 2 was the best. And then by the time episode 4 came, you're like, nigga, what?
It's not getting better as it goes.
Episode 4, I was like, they don't care no more. Episode 5, I said, all right, we're going down, y'all.
Kamikaze
Yeah,
style.
it's kamikaze style. So
Yeah.
I'm here for the kamikaze on episode 6. It's fucking terrible.
You want to see everything, the shit hit the fan.
I want to see it implode. That's really what I'm
he's trying
enjoying.
to meet him in hell.
Yeah. I'm enjoying watching
Where
how
he
bad
belongs.
it can get. Yep.
Hey man, we made it. Y'all made it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to like the video. Y'all have to. Y'all must. Please.
Comment on who's the smartest.
Please. Yes.
Yeah,
Comment
who y'all
on-
think is,
literally
you know.
comment on who's the smartest and why.
Bro, they gonna say Lauren,
And
dog.
why.
You
and
can't. You can't just say an answer because we're talking about intellect.
We are.
You got to give you a reason.
We are.
I want to see why you think the way you do.
They're gonna say Lauren, and it's not fair. Because he only really interjects with some real intellectual sense
So let it happen.
when we've been stupid for 45 minutes. I feel like
That
that's
is-
easy.
that is
I feel like
true.
it's easy to come in
That is
after
true.
a bunch of niggas have been dumb and be like, well, I think the
Dumb
answer
and
is
having
this.
fun. Yeah, no, that is true. And
That's
he got
not
the-
fair.
He got Google and shit.
He got the research at his
Yeah,
disposal.
that's true.
Yeah.
And he still be wrong sometimes.
We get to flesh out
he
all
might be
the
the dumbest.
We get to flesh out all the dumb thoughts he had initially in his brain. As we hear it, he's like, "Oh no, that sounds crazy."
Yep.
And
Like-
then he gets to clean it up.
We're probably saying shit that he agreed with at first, and then he heard it out loud. I was like, that
Never
actually
mind.
doesn't hold up when you
Yeah,
say it
that
out
wasn't
loud.
it.
You see,
Yeah.
F-Mac, I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even worried. You know what I'm
Stepping
saying?
aside.
Niggas like
Sidelines.
I
niggas
think
with
I
smaller
am-
intellect, small pea brain minds.
Don't need
They
to be
weren't
involved.
about.
I taught you everything you know.
I can't
But
believe she said
basically-
Gryffindor Rising, Gryffindor Sun, and
Yeah,
That is insane.
she's
And
one. Of,
Sailor
she's one of
Moon.
me, nigga. That's why we so powerful when we speak. But anyway, make sure y'all do what y'all do best. Like the video, share, subscribe. Please comment down below your hashtag office hours. Hashtag office hours. We're gonna talk about it next week. But hey man, that's all we got, baby. Jay Noblez.
Albert Einstein.
What's another smart
He
nigga?
trying to think of a smart
He trying to think
nigga.
of a smart nigga.
Terrence Howard. You beat Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. You Terrence Howard. It took you 5 seconds.
Dumbass.
Ass back on the board.
Still me.
We're out.
Boom, boom.